Yo, what's up? Welcome in. We are live right here on the show. NFL Free Agency Day 2 on this beautiful Tuesday with all of my beautiful people watching, no matter where you are, how you're tuned in. We appreciate you for making our free agency coverage a part of your day. I'm Chase Sr., producer Jake Chipper on the ones and twos. We were live for 8+ hours yesterday, and now we're back like we never left, and we're back better than ever. A lot of moves happening so far across the NFL here on this Tuesday. Not as many, of course, as yesterday, day 1 of the legal tampering period, but we're going to continue to cover everything going down all across the league here because free agency never stops. Football has mastered this 12-month calendar, and we love talking ball here on the show. Who had fun right here on the live show on day 1 of NFL free agency? I want you to type me in the chat, and we're going to start to give you some shout-outs. Producer Chip, it was actually his first day of free agency coverage in his young career because he wasn't with us last year. How'd it go? And he's back with some new beautiful lighting here.
Yeah,
thanks to our boss man, Brett Scott.
You can see me now. Isn't that great? Oh, it was awesome. I had such a fun time, man. We were live for what, over 8 hours?
Yep.
And it was just tremendous hanging out with the people. Tremendous.
Yeah, it was great. Looking at NFL Network right now, Oregon having their pro day. Quarterback Bo Nix getting scouted by some NFL scouts. More than 4,500 passing yards last year, 45 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a completion rate of 77.4%. And I'm fascinated to see what happens in the upcoming 2024 NFL draft as far as the quarterbacks go. I expect Caleb Williams to go number 1. Everything I heard at the NFL Scouting Combine was that the Chicago Bears are going to draft him. I think Drake May or Jaden Daniels are in play to be the second quarterback off the board. J.J. McCarthy, probably that third quarterback. And then after that, when does Bo Nix go? When does Michael Penix go? And how does that impact the rest of the entire first round? Fascinated to see that. Mac Daddy getting us started with the $10 super chat. Here we go. I feel like we're regressing. I get it. I just hope that we don't fall off the rails. I do like the Jawan Jennings deal. I don't think anybody's going to give up a number 2 pick to sign him. And this being a top-heavy wide receiver draft, of course, plays a role in that. And that's what I said on yesterday's show. The second-round free agency tender for Jawan Jennings, $4.89 million. So if he goes back to the San Francisco 49ers, and by the way, we're live on Eagles Now, we're live on the 49ers Report, thanks for being here with us, then the Niners are going to pay him that money. Now, him, his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, and the Niners can work toward a contract extension, which could lower that number for 2024, and then, of course, give him that long-term deal as well. But another team, if they want Jawan Jennings, they have to pay him a new deal and surrender a second-round pick. He's good, but are you willing to give him money and a second-round selection for a former 7th-round pick? I don't know about the regressing thing. San Francisco has certainly gone cheaper up to this point, but look, it's still very early here, and a lot of things can happen. As everybody comes in here, please make sure you hit that thumbs up icon and you like the video. $10 in super chats on the Niners Report. Who's going to get us going on Eagles Now as we clash heads here? And we have a little bit of a competition like we did yesterday. Crispy Bacon, Animation, Reed, Carol, Go Birds Baby, the Dalil, all in the chat right now. Michael Keller, Spy Nick Danger, Brother Man, Gump Wolf, Michael Keller, Jair Brown, Niner Empire, and Jeffrey Adams, all typing me because they enjoyed our free agency coverage yesterday. As for the top free agents left here on day 2, we can take one of these names off the list. Right before we went live, Patrick Queen, he signed a really team-friendly deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. In fact, I really like the move, and we'll get to that here in just a little while, but it's going to be a 3-year, $41 million contract for Patrick Queen, who stays in the AFC North and goes from the Ravens to the Steelers. Love that move for Pittsburgh as they continue to stack up that defense. So take them off this list for our top free agents, but Danielle Hunter, Calvin Ridley, Tyron Smith, Justin Simmons still out there. Chase Young, I don't think is going to go back to the Niners because they signed Leonard Floyd as well as Yetur Gross-Matos. And to me, that signals that Chase Young is going to have to go somewhere else. Fascinated to see what his market is going to be. Josh Reynolds, who had a couple of drops against the Niners in the NFC Championship game. Jadeveon Clowney, career year with Baltimore. Jeremy Chin, Kyle Duggar. You have C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who the Eagles are very high on and pursuing, according to reports. DJ Reed, DJ Wanham, Odell Beckham Jr. Signs point to him maybe leaving Baltimore as well. Ashawn Robinson. Then you have Andres Pete, Coleman Shelton, Isaiah Wynn, Bud Dupree, and Chris Hubbard. Some of the top free agents still remaining. A player who's gaining a lot of steam as far as the Niners go, DJ Reader, who could play along that defensive line for San Francisco. And I'm looking at what Jeff McLean said about the Eagles' linebacking position. He said, I don't think Howie's philosophy on linebacker will change. They're not going to meet the price for what Patrick Queen wants. Maybe they change their philosophy a bit if the right guy is out there. They're not done on defense. But right now, all the talk is that Philadelphia targeting a safety. Let's get the comment section going once again. Where are you watching from? We're emanating live from the Chat Sports Studios. Day 2, NFL free agency. But where are you? Yesterday was just an awesome day. We were live for 8+ hours on the stream. We put up 3 videos on the Niners Report, 4 videos up on Eagles Now, so many YouTube shorts as we continue to give you, in my opinion, the best coverage right here on YouTube. But where are you? Let us know in the chat. We'll start to give you some shout-outs. Brandon, Las Vegas. Ex-Lenderman, Rhode Island. Wet Noodle, Spokane, Washington. Foxy Steady, also New Mexico. Samuel, Sacramento. Jair Brown, he's at the Chat Sports headquarters. Really? Say what's up. Robert James, Maricopa, Arizona. Brentwood, California from Huncho. Ken Dowson, Tacoma, Washington. Casper, Denmark. Very cool. Crispy Bacon is in the shower. Chill out. Hayden Boone, Oklahoma. Finessed on El Dorado, Arkansas. Kenny Lopez, Trenton, New Jersey. Jackson Kramer, Springfield, Missouri. We've got Philadelphia in the house. Crispy Bacon, so excited that producer Jake Chipper has better lighting. He's watching the show from the shower. San Fran 49, $2 super chat here. Which offensive lineman do you think that the Niners should sign? Would have liked to have seen like a player along the lines of Nick Allegretti, but he just signed with Washington. He played for the Chiefs last year. Do you go Trent Brown or do you draft offensive tackle, offensive guard in the NFL draft? Look, I know that I've been preaching and saying that the Niners need to address offensive line. But if you look at some of the prices for the offensive linemen, the market exploded. Landon Dickerson, Philadelphia Eagles, $21 million per year. Richest contract ever for a guard. You had Robert Hunt, 5-year, $100 million deal with the Panthers, $20 mil per. Jonah Jackson, $17 mil per. Mike Owenu, $19 million per. Some of these deals were crazy for offensive linemen. So I don't blame San Francisco for probably seeing those dollar figures, spitting out their water, laughing, and probably now deciding to go draft heavy for offensive linemen. Here is our Super Chat menu. We did $1,000 in Super Chats on the Niners Report yesterday, and we did $500 on Philadelphia Eagles. Now, our Super Chat menu for this Tuesday. Any Super Chat $10 or more gets you entered to win either a Niners jersey or an Eagles jersey. We'll do a raffle at the end of the month. $20. Spin the wheel. I want to spin the wheel a little bit more than we did yesterday because I think it's really fun. $50, sign the helmet, either an Eagles helmet, Niners helmet. Every $500 that we get is a beer bong, and every $1,000 that we get is a shotgun. Let's do this. For the next 2 minutes, 50% off of the spin the wheel movement. So any super chat that comes in, $10 or more, not only do you get in for the raffle, we will spin the wheel as well. Now, if you can't send in a super chat, we totally understand that. We're just appreciative that you're here hanging out with us. So support the show further. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video, subscribe to us here at Chat Sports, comment and share your thoughts, share the video. But my advice for everybody out there, be a real one Have fun. Appreciate the content. Be informative. Keep it real. Tell us how we can get better. Joke around. Spit your football knowledge. Let's have a blast here. And I'm going to start that 2 minutes shot clock right now for the spin the wheel. 2 minutes, $10 super chat. You get in the running for the jersey raffle, and we'll spin the wheel. Also, if you want to send in a Venmo, we're down to do a little bit of a duck race here today. That'll be a part of our 50-50 raffle. If you want to win some Venmo cash from us at Chase_Senior, you see the QR code here to my right as well. Are you subscribed to the channel? If you are, type Real One in the chat. Real One roll call. Who's subscribed to the show for daily content that I think is the best right here on YouTube? Type Real One. We'll give you some more shout outs. And if you haven't subscribed, you ain't alive, but hit that sub button right now. Foxy Steady, Robert James, X Lenderman, Greedy Greg, Oliver Leach, EJ Firestorm, Christopher Vigil, John Gurney, Dave Devon, Daniel Powell, Brother Man, couple of tens coming in, couple of Samuel Valencia, Crispy Bacon, Jake Herring, Michael Amoroso, Mercy, Amertine, Alex Irvine, Colton Baker, Carol Hosey, John Oden, all real ones. You love to see it. All right, a couple of wheel spins coming up. Gump Wolf, LFG, let's get the chat going. Hi, Chase, Chipper, Faithful. Gump Wolf, our guy. What it do? Samuel Valencia, spin that wheel. All right, let's do it. Got about 30 seconds left on the clock for more wheel spins here. Who's going to get it going on Philadelphia Eagles now? Don't let it be Dennis Designs, who got the chat popping yesterday. Who else is going to do it? And let's spin that wheel there, Chip. Let's see what we got.
This first one's for Gump Wolf.
Brandon Lemus. That's a third wheel spin. What do we got here?
Oh, we started off hot.
Shambong freestyle. All right, that was for who?
Gump Wolf.
Gump Wolf.
Gump Wolf.
We spin the wheel thanks to Gump Wolf, who's also known as Alan Trusty. He always keeps the super chats flowing. My man ain't rusty. He's always bringing the heat. My name is Chase Senior, and I'm rapping on the beat.
Woo!
Freestyle for Gump Wolf. Mike Concho, he always loves the raps. Mike Concho, you got to admit, that was a pretty good bar right there.
That was
Subvet Steve, $10 super chat on Eagles. 3 more wheel spins coming up.
All right, here we go. This one here coming in for Sam Valencia.
Sam Valencia. Any relation to Mark Valencia? Oh, all right. Beer cheers. You know what? Let's do this. Let's get it popping here. I'm going to do a sham bomb for that. Oh! Jeannie Wyatt, $100 super chat. Faithful ladies, I had fun yesterday. We need defensive line replacing Eric Armstead. Why are we getting players that are 30 years old? Aren't 30-plus players injury prone? I don't understand this. Please explain it to me. Jeannie, I see what you're saying. But Leonard Floyd actually has played, and let me just get these numbers correctly because I tweeted it out earlier today for why I like the signing of Leonard Floyd. First of all, I added some additional thoughts after watching some tape. Leonard Floyd, one of 3 players to have 4 straight years of 9+ sacks. I like his energy level. I like his hustle, attention to detail, ability to bend the edge, stop the run, athleticism to shake blocks, run down quarterbacks, and ball carriers, as well as durability. He has played, Jeannie, 108 straight games. So he is a little bit older, but he's a little bit of a late bloomer. Good athlete too, 6'5", 240, 250. So the age, I get it, but he has been a durable player up to this point. And his effort is better than a player like Chase Young, and he's probably going to be a lot cheaper than Chase Young. A lot of wheel spins to get to. I think we have 5 more, because Mercy Seat Games also sent in a super chat. So let's run it up here. Let's run it up. No moves happening right now, so no worries there. Brandon Lemus. Any idea if the Niners are going to sign anyone at defensive back? Secondly, which Niner do you think will show out next year? Which Niner do I think will show out next year? Jair Brown, Deommodore Lenoir further. How about one of the young linebackers, D. Winters or Jalen Graham? And how about Gross-Matos, who we talked about on yesterday's show? If you missed it, breaking news late after we went live. I think that he could have a really good year as a guy who is improving, former second-round pick, 6'5", 260, can play outside, inside, kind of like Arden Key a little bit. And then offensively, there's not really a breakout player because everybody is proven up to this point. But we'll spin that wheel for you. Subvet Steve, $10 super chat right here. Reed Barkus, our guy, $10 here. Let me see that wheel. Do you think trading Sweat for a solid linebacker and some money makes sense? I don't want to see him go, but we need some sort of linebacking core soon. Day 2, baby. It's day 2 of NFL free agency, and we're live right here on the show. Josh Sweat, I'd be interested to see what he gets, because for him, you'd probably have to give him a contract extension. So a team, I think, might give up a 3rd-round pick at best, 4th-round pick at best, knowing they have to give up a draft pick and give him a contract extension. Maybe you get a solid linebacker, but I don't think it's going to move the needle all that much. Mercy Seat Games, $10 super chat. Spin it, go Birds. So that's 4 wheel spins that we have to do, right?
You have 4 spins to get to.
All right, 4 wheel spins. And I know that I said that I would do a beer cheers here, but let's just start it off with the bang, and let's just give you a shambong.
Going in hot off the jump. I'll give you all a little cheers. If someone sends in a 50, I'll just get going. I'll beer bong this.
Little beer cheers, shambong.
I got my little beer bong. I'll beer bong this if someone sends in a 50.
A 50? $50 super chat. He does the beer bong. I'll do another shotgun. That's a deal. That's a deal.
So we got a few spins. This first one's for Brandon. So first of 4 here.
All right, Brandon with the wheel spin. What do we got? A chip shot or cheers.
Oh, I didn't bring anything else.
Crack the Happy Dad.
I'll give you all a beer.
It's a chip shot or cheers. So we'll give you the beer cheers there.
There you go. This one is for Subvet Steve.
Subvet Steve. And it's gonna be another chip shot or cheers.
Cheers.
Give him another beer cheers there, Chipper. That's a chip cheers.
This is for Reed.
Reed Barkus.
No way.
Another one!
Let's go.
Keep drinking, Chip.
Oh my goodness. I'm not rigging it.
Keep drinking, Chip. He just wants to get hammered so he doesn't have to be on the stream anymore.
Last one. It can't be 4 times in a row, right? It's for Mercy Seat Games.
And we could use this.
Oh.
I like this. Smelling salts. Smelling salts. You know, it's day 2, a little bit tired. I didn't go to sleep until 1 a.m. last night. And we're live for 8+ hours. And then I tried to leave the office twice. Tried to leave once, and Jacoby Brissett signed with the Patriots. I had to help out Nick Roloff and Harrison Graham, made them a thumbnail. I tried to leave again. Yetur Gross-Matos signs with the Niners. And then after that, I'm like, you know what? I'm at the studio, and I'm doing another show. Let me pump out some content on X as well as Instagram. How great are you as a producer? Ooh. You just knew what I was getting to. So if you want to give me a follow, because I've been putting a bunch of social media content, short form content, my thoughts, instant reaction stuff on X, Instagram, at Chase_Senior. My stuff has been popping on my social media pages and closing in on 12,000 followers on X, 25,000 followers on IG. You want to chop it up with me? I'm not going to lie. It does get tough to answer a shit ton of DMs, but occasionally I'll pepper some DMs back. I'll reply in the comment section, especially to some of the haters who try to talk some shit. Funny enough, they can't take shit being talked back to them, but that's how it goes on the internet with some of these keyboard warriors. X, Instagram, give me a follow, and follow producer Chip at Jake Chipper on X, Instagram, Jake_Chipper. Do we have one more wheel spin, or is that it?
That was all four.
Let's just do one more. Let's just do one more. Let's do a free wheel spin for the people.
Free wheel spin for the people.
I'll smash some smelling.
I want to give a quick shout out too to Strambolic Dragon, Gump Wolf, Junior Villa following me on the gram yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Appreciate that.
That's awesome.
All right, one more wheel spin here. Free one. Freebie.
$100 super chat. Chip has to post a picture of him in the producer chair on X and Instagram and say, NFL free agency is my daddy.
Hey, right now it is.
20 push-ups. All right, 20 push-ups.
All right.
I'll knock those 20 push-ups out. Yeah, and then after I worked yesterday, I had to go on my run. And I didn't run this morning either, so I'm going to have to run after work here today. And I'm doing 100 push-ups. I've done 100 push-ups every day since November. Running streak over 300 days. We just got to keep it moving, man. We got to keep it moving, all right? So I'll knock out these push-ups here. Let me know, Chip. We good? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
20. Woo, with the clap.
End on the clap. End on the clap. All right, how about this? Chase Young prepares to meet with the Panthers and the Saints this week, according to Tom Pelissero. So you sign Leonard Floyd, you sign Yetur Gross-Matos. Looks like the end could be near for Chase Young. Jeremy Boyle is a real one. Pascal Martinez tuned in from Denver. Dirty Air said, get that damn Niners helmet out of here. Well, we have 2 helmets right here. We're live on Eagles Now. We're live on the 49ers Report. $50 super chat. You get a gold sticker to go on the helmet. How about it? How about it? John Oden, watching from Colorado Springs. Very good stuff there as well.
If you're having a good time, smash that thumbs up button right now, baby. We just passed 100 likes on Niners. Can we get there on Eagles? We got over 200 people. I think we can get there.
Yeah. 340 people watching on the Niners Report. 220 people watching on Eagles Now. We have 69 likes. Obviously always a good sign, right? But let's get a little bit more likes. Let's get to 100 likes on Eagles Now. And let's get to 200 likes on the 49ers Report. We're up to 110 likes on the Niners side. If you're having fun, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Riley said no Kelly Green stickers. Here's the issue with that. If you go Kelly Green on midnight green, it doesn't look good. So the gold really pops with all of the names here. And then obviously, you know, the gold on the gold looks pretty cool as well. So, by the way, everybody who gave us compliments yesterday for the show, do appreciate that. I know a lot of people get confused, right? You cover the Eagles. You cover the Niners. I also cover all 32 teams across the NFL. When we're at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, when we're at the Super Bowl, I'm getting content for the entire company. And we're crushing the game here at Chat Sports. And I just love talking ball. So to be able to have a platform like this, reach millions of people every single month, thousands of people every single day, it's a blessing. It's an honor. We don't take this job for granted. And it's the best job in the world. It is so much fun to be able to chop it up with everybody here. So thanks for your support. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your understanding, all of the real ones out there. Bill Kearney just subscribed. I can't wait for week 1. Thank you for subscribing to the show. Animationtronic. Chase, what do you think about Mariota to the Commanders? I think Mariota stinks. So he can get that 1-year deal up to $10 million, and I imagine that's with playtime incentives. And the Commanders might draft a quarterback. In fact, I expect them to draft the quarterback. If they want Mariota to be the holdover, that's kind of what that incentive-laden contract is for some of those playing bonuses, where if he is that holdover option year over year to pave the road for that rookie quarterback, and he actually puts up okay numbers depending on the language in that contract, he's incentivized to do that, of course, and he gets a little kickback. J. the Kid. See, I like J. the Kid because he was honest with me yesterday. He said, when Chase first took over, I didn't like him, but that changed. And now he's back. He's like, God damn, just press the like button. What are y'all doing? So J. the Kid, he's like an executive producer here at Chat Sports. Listen to the man. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Peter Thurman. He said, real one, stand up. Let's go back to the Super Chat menu, and then we're going to give you an updated look at the NFL free agency tracker to talk about all of the moves that have happened so far in NFL free agency. And I want to do this. $10 March jersey raffle. Outside of that, everything 50% off for the next 2 minutes. So if you send in, let's call it a $20 Super Chat. $20 Super Chat, more than 50% off. It's like 55% off. You get to sign the helmet. And $10, we'll spin the wheel. So $20, your initials on the helmet. $10, you spin the wheel. 2 minutes on the clock. Do that. And then we'll start to look at the free agency tracker. So the news developing right now, Chase Young expected to visit the Panthers and the Saints this week. So Chase Young expected to visit the Panthers and the Saints this week. The signing of Leonard Floyd kind of pointed to the end for Chase Young, in my opinion, with the San Francisco 49ers. You thought, okay, maybe Leonard Floyd, if you just signed him, the Niners could bring back Chase Young. But then they signed Yetur Gross-Matos and Leonard Floyd. Floyd got a 2-year deal for $20 million. $10 million per. And then Gross-Matos, a 2-year deal, $18 million. $9 million average annual value. I think Chase Young, to the Panthers, to the Saints, he could get $15+ million. I really do believe that. He's a very talented player. We can do... Let's go since the start of... let's just do today. Some of the new deals today. Nick Dofer, $24 Super Chat. Niners are going to go back to the Super Bowl, bring home number 6. I like the prediction there. Nick, you're already on the Niner helmet. Do you want to put somebody else on the Niner helmet? We will give that person a gold sticker if you let us know. 1:40 left on the clock as of right now.
Dragon says, hi, sorry if I'm late.
All good, Dragon. You're still here, man.
Appreciate you following me on Instagram, man. I saw that. Appreciate that. Fiendlaw really wants that sticker. Oh, his wife. What a great pick.
My wife, JW. That's good stuff.
What a great pick.
What a guy. What a husband.
Jeannie Wyatt asks, am I on the helmet?
Yes, you are, Jeannie. Here's J-Dub right here. And then from Nick Dolfer, we're going to put another J-Dub on there.
Brad, a real one, tuning in from Salt Lake.
Salt Lake in the house.
Radislaw, watching from Poland. Nice, nice.
There we go. J-Dub. By way of Nick Dolfer. Fiendlaw said, all right, that's respectable. You put your wife on there. I see what you're doing. Got to respect that. All right, 2-minute shot clock has expired. I also want to tweet something out here, because I was sent an Instagram story that I find to be very interesting. Nick Bosa's mom and Joey Bosa's mom posted this. Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, with the prayer emoji. And the caption in between said, the league should be very scared if this happens. Interesting.
Interesting.
And I'm going to save that here.
Gump Wolf!
Gump Wolf! $20. I'm a Niner fan first, but I just love football. Put my dad's initials, WT, on the helmet. Say less. Say less. WT going on the helmet. Prayer Man. What's up, homeboys? Good job as usual. Fly Eagles fly to win the Super Bowl. Thank you for that. $10 super chat. Let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah, oh yeah, another wheel spin, baby.
Another wheel spin.
Let's see what we get here. Here we go for Prayer Man 2009.
For Prayer Man.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's going to be close.
Smelling salts. Another one.
Another round.
See, we started to do this and the Freedom Funnel before the Joe Rogan Experience started to do smelling salts in the Freedom Funnel. Chat Sports, trendsetters? I think so.
The tape doesn't lie.
Woo!
The tape doesn't lie.
Woo!
They just signed 2 edges and they need Joey Bosa. I feel like it's kind of a luxury that you could afford to have if it's not too much.
Let's see here.
You know, you signed 2 solid players. You didn't sign exactly a... I feel like edge is one of those positions you can never have too much of. Edge is like corner. You can never have too many good players there. Can never have too many players there. Injuries are definitely a concern, though, with him. Has anybody been signed today? Hey, we're better run through all the signings that happened today. Don't you worry, Nicole and Harold.
Yeah, let's get you caught up here.
We're going to run through all those signings.
Without further ado.
Let's do
also, if you send in a $20 super chat from now until the end of the hour, you can add something to the wheel spin.
Oh, I like that.
$20 super chat over the next 14 minutes until the end of the hour, as long as it's appropriate, and we can do it here, you can add something to the wheel spin. Get creative. All right, let's get you caught up on some of the deals that have happened really since yesterday afternoon, late last night. The Niners losing Javon Kinlaw. He's signing a 1-year deal with the New York Jets. He's going to link up there with Robert Saleh, familiarity with that scheme, of course. Tyrod Taylor, a 2-year deal, which can be worth up to $18 million, which is what I saw, to back up Aaron Rodgers. Kenneth Murray, linebacker, leaves the Chargers, signs with the Tennessee Titans. 2-year, $15.5 million deal. The Niners also losing their backup quarterback in Sam Darnold. And he's signing a nice deal here. 1 year, $10 million contract for Sam Darnold, who could replace Kirk Cousins and be the holdover option at quarterback for Minnesota. Ronald Darby, 2-year deal up to $10 million with the Jags. Azeez Al-Shire getting $11+ million to link back up with DeMeco Ryans. That's a deal that I absolutely love, and there was no way that San Francisco could afford to pay Al-Shire $11 million per. Mike Gwenu, as part of the offensive line spending spree yesterday, $19 million per year, 3-year, $57 million deal to stay with the Patriots, $38 million guaranteed. Noah Fant, the Seahawks lost so many players yesterday, including 2 of their tight ends, and Fant, as a tight end, sticks with Seattle. 2 years, $21 million. Aaron Brewer, $7 million per year, signs with the Dolphins on that 3-year, $21 million contract. Jacoby Brissett, basically the Sam Darnold type of situation. I think that the Patriots, the Vikings, in line to draft a quarterback, and Jacoby Brissett, Sam Darnold could be the holdover option for a year, if not the backup, and respected backups to that rookie. Leonard Williams, 3-year, $64.5 million contract. That happened late last night. So too did the Niners signing another edge. Yetur Gross-Matos, 2 years, $18 million. Jordan Hicks to the Cleveland Browns, a longtime linebacker. Also played for the Philadelphia Eagles back in the day. 2 years, $8 million. Sione Takitaki, 2 years, $6.5 million. New England Patriots. Noah Brown, wide receiver, back to Houston. So too is Tommy Townsend. 2 years, $6 million. Chase Edmonds, running back, signing a 1-year contract with Tampa Bay. Malik Harrison, 1-year deal, Ravens. Jalen Reagor, Eagles legend, drafted him over Justin Jefferson and Brandon Ayuk. Disaster. 1-year deal. Full details TBA. I imagine it's going to be the vet mem. He sucked for the Eagles. Zach Moss, running back. He's going to be the Joe Mixon replacement, 2 years, $8 million. Brandon McManus, kickers are people too. 1 year, $3.5 million deal. Damian Lewis, 4 years, $53 million. $26.2 million in guaranteed money to Carolina. Spending big in the trenches are the Panthers. John Simpson, 2 years, $12 million. New York Jets. Nick Allegretti, 3-year, $16 million deal, $9 million guaranteed. I thought he could have been a Niners target for right guard. He goes to Washington. Good little pickup there for Adam Peters. Daquan Jones, 2 years, $16.5 million, $10.5 million guaranteed for Buffalo. Darius Williams, he was going to visit with the Niners. Signs with the Rams. 3-year deal. We'll see the details on that. John Parker Romo and Darius Williams, by the way, top 5 in pass breakups last year. Darius Williams, 3-year deal. I like that one. As I said, John Parker Romo, Aaron Jones, Minnesota Vikings. So Jones gets let go by the Packers and he follows in the footsteps of Brett Favre. Former Packers who signed with Minnesota. Cleveland Ferrell, another Niner leaving. Full details, TBA. Matt Hennessy, Philadelphia Eagles. We covered that move on the show a little bit earlier, 1-year deal. Delshon Phillips, 1-year contract for Houston. Marcus Mariota, 1 year, $6 million, up to $10 million with incentives. Jameis Winston, 1-year deal up to $8.7 million. I imagine it's going to be the end for Joe Flacco with the Browns. Trent Sieg, Dallas Cowboys have been a joke in free agency. Jerry Jones has been napping. Mike Gesicki, 1 year up to $3.25 million for Cincinnati. Joe Mixon got traded to the Houston Texans. Thought he was going to get released by the Bengals, and they said, nope, we'll get something back for you. Shaq Barrett, former Buck, staying in Florida. Goes to South Florida. 1 year up to $9 million with the Dolphins. Nyheim Hines, 1 year up to $3.5 million. Darnell Mooney, a wide receiver 3 target that I would have really liked. 3 years, $39 million. Atlanta sneakily going to be a dangerous team if Kirk Cousins is healthy. Dearness Johnson, 1-year contract with Jacksonville. Derrick Henry, 2 year, $16 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens. And I love that move because of fit, how physical the Ravens always are. And I think Derrick Henry, if he stays healthy, he's going to have 20 rushing touchdowns this year. I really believe that. You have the Thunder in Henry with the Lightning and Lamar Jackson. Michael Burton, 1-year contract with the Broncos. Irv Smith, 1-year deal with the Chiefs. Lakai Fotu, 1 year, $2.5 million with the Jets. Malcolm Roach, 2 years up to $8 million with Denver. Michael Dunn, 1-year contract with Cleveland. George Odom, 2-year deal up to $10 million. That's a contract extension for the Niners special teams ace. A 2020 All-Pro with the Colts. He led the NFL in special teams tackles in 2022. Was on pace to lead in that category once again in 2023. Tore his biceps and then returned for the playoff run. DJ Dallas to the Cardinals. Amik Robertson, Lions, 2 years, $9.25 million. Patrick Queen, 3 years, $41 million. What a steal for Pittsburgh for one of the best linebackers in this free agency class. Hakeem Adeniji, Browns, Drew Lock, 1 year, $5 million for the Giants. They have their quarterback. Tongue-in-cheek, I joke, but I don't think Daniel Jones is any good. Shelby Harris, 2 years, 9 with Cleveland. Deion Bush, 1-year deal with the Chiefs. Rigoberto Sanchez, 3 years, 7.5 with the Colts. And then Gerald Everett, the most recent signing with the Chicago Bears. 2 years, 12 mil, 6.1 guaranteed to be a backup tight end to Cole Kmet. Who do you want to sign next? Let us know in the chat. The Philadelphia Eagles also just announcing that Braden Mann, their punter, and Rick Lovato have re-signed with the team. Rick Lovato, 1-year extension. Braden Mann, 2-year extension. So both the Niners and the Eagles taking care of some of their key primary special teams players. What do you want us to talk about next? 420 people watching live on the Niners Report, 324 people watching live on Eagles Now, day 2 of NFL free agency. Let us know.
For those teams looking for a slot corner, Kenny Moore was an option. The Colts are making a strong push to re-sign Kenny Moore. So a premier slot corner could be off the market soon.
Yeah, Indianapolis Colts. Looks like they're signing Kenny Moore. And
strong push to re-sign him.
You speak of that, and several suitors, including some good teams. They know how good of a player he is. Slot nickel corner who can really crash the line of scrimmage, make some plays against the run. Niners, Bucks, Texans, Lions also showed interest. Andrew Nathan, Eagles are in on C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We did talk about that a little bit earlier. J. Dot the Kid said, what are the rest of the people doing who haven't hit that thumbs up icon and like the video? Do it right now. Jack Herring, Willie Gay, I think that'd be a great move for the Eagles. It's a really underrated linebacker. Bearded Niner, $5 super chat. We're $10 away from 200 in super chats on the Niners Report. Bearded Niner, Chase is the man. F. Thomas Mott, ever since I came across his Eagles channel last year, talking ish about the Niners, bang, bang, Niner gang. Yeah, Thomas is getting some good views on his YouTube channel from what I've seen. Definitely a different style video where we kind of share analysis and opinions here. But good for it, man. He's doing his thing.
Yes, sir.
Bearded Niner, thank you for the support.
So we're having a bit of a super chat battle between the two channels. Yesterday, it started off, Niners got ahead, and then it was a dogfight at one point. It kind of started going crazy. Today, Niners once again jumping out to this early lead here.
Yeah.
See here in a second. Update you on those exact numbers. Can we get it going a little bit on Eagles? Yesterday was a lot of Dennis Designs.
Yep.
He's not going to always be here for that.
David Wilson, another 5 on the Niners Report.
David Wilson.
J. Dot the Kid. Who do you like at corner in the draft? For the Eagles, falling to 22. The players within that range, Kool-Aid McKinstry. The Jones fracture scares me a little bit. Nate Wiggins, blazing fast. The 4.3 40 guy. Cooper DeJean. According to sources at the Combine, as of the Combine last week, or 2 weeks ago at this point, the only team that had a top 30 visit for Cooper DeJean was Philadelphia. So they're clearly interested. David Wilson, what do you think about signing a center? Morse, Bozeman. Does that improve the offensive line enough to go to the draft? No tackles, worth it. We need offensive line. Yeah, you'd be looking at a Morse of Bozeman as cheap options at center. Jake Brendel could save you some money if you do cut him. I think $5 million per for Jake Brendel is a little bit too much for a player who I think is okay, but pretty average. You could certainly do better there. And I think the Niners here, with the exploding offensive lineman market, they might have to address right guard, right tackle in the draft. The good thing is there's a lot of really good offensive guards and right tackles that you can get in the first, second, or third rounds. Samuel, how much do the Eagles have left in salary cap space? It's hard to tell. New league year starts tomorrow, so we'll get a better sense tomorrow. But going into free agency, they had about $40 to $44 million in cap space. but obviously we're not sure how some of these new deals are going to affect the cap. Mac Daddy, $5. Do you think Nick Bosa would restructure his deal to give his brother more money? Think about that. I think he would. Mac Daddy was funny yesterday. He's like, when I type these super chats, I always mess up. Mac Daddy, I'm trying to read your super chat here. I think it would be awesome, is what he's saying, to have Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa. The thing that scares me about Joey Bosa, all the injury issues, but his mom did tweet out or put out on her Instagram story. She didn't put out. She put on her Instagram story. She put out for Mr. Bosa, let's say that, to get Joey and Nick Bosa. She put on her Instagram story a picture of Joey and Nick in a Niner uniform. Hinting at something, maybe? Because these roster bonuses and roster guarantees are going to set to take hold and take firm for the Chargers here once the new league year starts on Wednesday and throughout this week. So the Chargers are going to have to make a decision probably by the latest, I think, Friday, if Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are going to be back. King of Hearts, David Bakhtiari. First of all, he's a left tackle. Second of all, he's always hurt. Can't do it. Super Chat Battle. $200 on the Niners report. And we just went live, what was it? About 45 minutes ago. $40 on Philadelphia Eagles now. Can the Niners report extend the gap? Can Eagles now close the gap? You send in a super chat. It's a great way to support the show. It's basically like a tip, a donation. When I was hired here, I started March 1 of 2021, 3 years ago at this point. Isn't that crazy? I was the 8th person hired. Now we have a staff of 25. We have an office in Dallas, studio in Cincinnati, and we're growing to the Cincinnati and Dallas offices. Allows us to bring on great people like producer Chip and give you fantastic content like we do when we go live 8+ hours. So goes a long way to support the show. We appreciate it. Obviously, if you can't send in a super chat, like the video, share the video, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. 16 Bar King. He got his helmet. Much appreciated. That's awesome. I'm glad you got that. Joe Montana autographed helmet is what 16 Bar King got. You missed it, 16 Bar King. We were spitting some bars a little bit earlier, and we always dedicate our bars here on the show to 16 Bar King. All right, let's see. Any other buzz?
Chase Young looking to visit with the Titans.
Titans as well for Chase Young. Interesting. So Chase Young visits here with the Titans, the Panthers, and the Saints. And then we had George Odom signing a 2-year contract extension. '49ers free agency tracker. Awesome. All right. Lanil, $10 super chat. Hey, Chase, love the show. In your opinion, what is the one pressing position the Niners need to address in free agency that they may not be able to fill in the draft? So that tells me that it's not going to be offensive line, because I think in the draft is where the Niners address offensive line, just because the offensive line market is too lucrative for San Francisco. So I'd say linebacker. Bobby Wagner, Willie Gay, Devin White, corner. Although I think nickel corner in the draft, it's deep. So then you can move Diamador Lenore to the outside. Defensive tackle, DJ Reader in free agency. That's a position there. And then wide receiver, I think you might address that in what is a stacked class at the wide receiver spot. So really, I think offensive line is the only position group that you can't address in free agency because it's way too expensive that you're going to, for sure, pinpoint in the draft. What's been your favorite signing so far? Let us know in the chat. Drop us some names. Let's do it. Let us know. Future Generations, Floyd is an improvement. Go look it up. Yeah, I like Leonard Floyd. The more that I watch the tape, the more that I think about it, the more I let that marinate. Nick Bosa hasn't had a player have double-digit sacks opposite of him in how long? Since his rookie year, I think. And when Brian Baldinger says, Leonard Floyd, massive upgrade, big upgrade over Chase Young, I trust that for sure. Future Generations, Armstead is not left yet. I do have some information on that. I have some information on that. And I saw this on X last night. So, in order for Eric Armstead to be a post-June 1 designation, post-June 1 does not help a team become salary cap compliant in any way. The salary cap savings don't occur until June 2nd. We've talked about that. Money can't be used for free agency, can be used for an extension. But you also have to keep the player on the roster through the first day of free agency. Official league year starts tomorrow. So that would be through Wednesday. He can be released once the new league year begins, but before that date, he has to be on the 90-man roster. To be eligible, he cannot have his contract altered once the prior regular season ends. That is to prevent a team from artificially lowering the carry cost of the contract from March through June 1. And that was from Nika Diamu, 55 on X.
So what is your favorite signing been? Could be for the Eagles, for the Niners, or if you saw a signing for another team that you thought was real good value, great for that team. Let's chime in here. Let's have a little conversation here. That's what we do best. That's what we do best. Sam Darnold says Leonard Floyd. Sam Darnold. What about you? What about your signing, huh? Thought you got a pretty good deal over there. Chance to start there for the Vikes.
Mutual interest between the Texans and Danielle Hunter.
Oh, wow. They've kind of been waiting to spend big. Laura likes bringing back Brandon Allen.
People, fake news in the chat. Eagles have not signed Justin Simmons.
Yeah, there's been people in the chat dropping fake news all day. Someone was trying to say the Eagles signed Tyler Boyd earlier. Like, come on.
Dennis Designs. Did we get to that $10 super chat?
Oh, Dennis!
Dennis Designs! This is actually pretty funny. He said, I've just been watching that wheel go round and round. Let's spin the wheel for Dennis.
Dennis!
Let's spin the wheel for the legend. This one's for Dennis. Beer cheers. Let's do this. If we get $50 combined between the Niners report and Eagles now in the next 2 minutes, I'll shotgun.
Oh, the first shotgun of the day.
First shotgun of the day. First shotgun of the day. If we get 50 combined between the two channels here.
Tevin Johnson, Jake, yeah. Fletcher Cox retired, so not an option for the Niners.
Chip, I'm thinking we can do a Niners cut, Chase Young visit, George Odom contract extension, and then the free agency tracker / grades.
Cool.
I'll send that to you here. Or you want me to put it in the doc or something? What's easier for you?
Mac Daddy, another super chat.
And we can do this here.
Mac Daddy, it's a super chat every time I hit the suggestion. It spaces and adds a letter. Not worried about injury. Just think of the cemetery they would have would be worth it.
Secondary.
Secondary?
Secondary, I think, is what he meant there. Also, Mac Daddy, is that you in the profile picture? I've always meant to ask that. If so, looking fresh. That's 10 toward the 50 that we need with 45 seconds and ticking. 40 more, I'm shotgunning. And then we'll start to do some videos here on the channel. And should we talk about Braden Mann and Rick Lovato? I can also send that to you in Slack form if that's easy for you too, Chip. I was so confused at what people were doing yesterday, dude. Like, I made a specific doc for day one, then everybody was in the template. And I'm like, I guess we'll just operate out of that. Yeah, you can just send the template one, I guess. No, don't do all that. Animation Tronic, today is very slow. We just went through all of the moves that have happened like late last night into today. Obviously, today is a little bit slower as compared to yesterday, because a lot of the big names have signed. But tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun, I think, because we're going to start to see these deals obviously become official, and then more players come off the market. Who did the Eagles get today? Braden Mann and Rick Lovato. Punter, long snapper. Those are the moves so far. And other than that, I'm looking at some of the buzz here. How about this? This is pretty nuts. Eagles forced fumbles in 2023. Rick Lovato won. Darius Slay, James Bradbury, Keely Ringo, Eli Ricks, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, Zach Cunningham, Brandon Graham, Reed Blankenship, Kevin Byard, Derek Barnett, Ben Van Sumeren, Shaq Leonard, Moro Ojomo combined. 0. Mac Daddy with another. Chemistry they have. Yes, it's me. Thanks. The chemistry that they would have. Okay. You can get some player bios and stuff. Cool. Brain fart. Chip is getting some graphics ready, so let's chop it up here on the show. I'm looking at the comment section here. You can kind of ask me anything that you want. Tommy Curzio back in the chat. We got $12 from Mac Daddy. So 38 away. If we still get those 38 by the time Chip is getting those graphics together, I'll still shotgun. And that's combined between the two channels. Steve Carr, plenty of offensive linemen available in the draft. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay. Chase Young, and George Odom. Chase Young, Niners. George Odom, Niners. Cullen's a grinder, man. How great is this? The Cowpokes and Niners have no money to play with. Cowboys have made no moves. No moves. Yet the Niners have been able to clear up cap space. They restructured the contract for Fred Warner. That freed up about $10 million. Eric Armstead will free up some more money as well. Kane Angel, Chase, what was your reaction of seeing Giants fans' reaction after Saquon joining the Eagles? I'll tell you right now. Because I put up a YouTube short about how Giants fans were crying, including our own Marshall Green, who I love, but we do beef on social media from time to time. Dennis Designs, another 10. So we're a $20 super chat away from another shotgun. This was my reaction, Kane Angel.
Giants fans are hilarious. Loser behavior from a fan base that's seen 2 winning seasons over the last 11 years. Saquon Barkley is a traitor. Saquon Barkley switched up on us. Tiki Barber saying, Saquon Barkley is dead to me. The Philadelphia Eagles clearly wanted Saquon Barkley. The New York Giants clearly did not. Saquon did what's best for him. He got offered a bag from an organization that wants his services. The New York Giants didn't even negotiate with Saquon Barkley. Going into last year, they signed him to the franchise tag. That was disrespectful toward a player who you look at as a franchise icon. Yet, all of this negative energy and all of this hate is going to Saquon Barkley because he signed with the Eagles? It's classic Giant behavior. Maybe you should redirect some of that frustration toward your organization, which has to do a better job with football ops and actually winning games.
Spot the lie. Spot the lie. That's what I have to say to all Giants fans out there. Oh! Jeannie Wyatt, $50 super chat. Faithful ladies, why are we keeping Bell? He drops the ball most of the time. Sucks as a return man. Bang, bang, Niner game. Niners for life. Jeannie, I will say this. I thought that Ronnie Bell had a really good preseason, and then obviously he was buried on the depth chart behind Brandon Ayuk, Jauan Jennings, and Deebo Samuel in the regular season. You are so right about him being a returner. He was an awful returner when he got the limited opportunities that he did in the regular season. He dropped the football far too much. I didn't get it. So I'm with you on that, Jeannie. I'm with you. All right, that's a shotgun for your boy. So let me do that. Shoddy for the people. Dante Fowler to the Commanders. They're having a pretty good free agency period, I can't lie. Adam Peters, former Niners general manager, doing a good job. NFL free agency numero dos. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here, hanging out with us. Some great coverage to come right here on the show. Chat Sports. That one for Jeannie, Mac Daddy, and Dennis Designs. NFL best wide receiver said, I'm not going to say it. What do you have to say, my man? What do you have to say? Say hello to To my little friend. All right, let's do this. Cool. We're going to do some extended Niners talk here soon. And then, of course, we'll continue to talk Eagles as well on the Eagles side and all moves across the entire National Football League. Let's see here. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Everybody watching on YouTube. How about it? How about it? Betty Crocker.
Alex Fernandez is a
First time Super Chatter. 2 claps for all of the first timers. Do the Niners need a kicker? The guy stresses me out. No, Jake Moody, credit to him. I know that he had the extra point blocked. Sucked, right? Trajectory of that ball was too low. He also made some pretty clutch kicks for the Niners in that Super Bowl and at points in the NFL playoffs. So, look, he's a third-round pick. He's a rookie. He's got a strong leg. I'm fine with Jake Moody moving forward. And I was one of the people who was like, yo, Jake Moody, if a playoff game comes down to him, I'm going to piss down my leg. But while we held our breath, had some clutch kicks in the NFL playoffs. Cool. All right, how about this? Raiders expected to cut Jimmy Garoppolo tomorrow. Diana Rossini saying there are a few teams interested. Let me call cap on that. Yikes. Well, that's expected, right? Yeah. Ramona clickbait Shelburne. Joel Embiid is not anywhere close to being back. He could come back before the end of the regular season, which has been the timeline all along. Let's see here.
All right, gonna talk about Chase Young, George Odom, some Niners free agency tracker, going over the guys they've signed so far. Of course, any news that comes in, Niners, Eagles, will be on top of it.
You already know. All right, let's see here.
The Razor saw a report the Eagles are working on a deal for Justin Simmons and CJ. What's going on with these reports? Any news? Any actual news on these guys? Look, they have interests in both. You know, I haven't seen anything that confirms that any deals have been talked about, but there is a lot of reports that the Eagles are very interested in both of those guys.
Yep. All right. Alex Fernandez, thank you for that super chat about the kicker. We got to that. Dennis Designs, I think we have to show his one super chat because you were getting those graphics ready. $280 in super chats on the Niners Report, $60 on Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Dennis Designs, I want Howie to strike like a cobra and get C.J. Gardner-Johnson. A lot of interest in C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Justin Simmons on the Eagles front, but nothing obviously happening as of right now. But that could change any moment now, as we know. No, the gray's fine, yeah. No, it's fine, yeah. People are saying ban who in the Eagles chat. James Messina, any updates since yesterday? Yeah, we just went through all of the signings that happened across the NFL from late last night when we signed off up until now. But on the Eagles front, they've made no moves. Niners front, they signed George Odom to a contract extension. Chase Young expected to visit other teams. That's about it as of right now. So about to talk about some of these Niners moves here and the latest news. And then we'll do some free agency grades as well. Yeah. Who's got to get out of the paint? People are saying Dragon harassed somebody. Dragon's a real one on the show. You're all so dramatic. Have some toughness.
Y'all gotta calm down in that chat, man. Just chill out. Just chill out.
Stop picking on each other.
Just chill out. Enough with the banning. Enough with that. You're good. All good.
All right.
All right, ready to talk some football, baby?
Let's talk some football here on the show. If you love football, if you love the show, I need everybody right now to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Chip grinding behind the scenes. Everybody being patient with us, kicking it. We don't take commercial breaks here on the show. We don't take any breaks at all because we're hashtag built different. If you're built different as well, again, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. And we're going to talk about some of these Niners moves right now. And then after that, Eagles moves, bunch of moves across the National Football League. It's day 2 of NFL free agency, and we're getting to all of the latest buzz around the San Francisco 49ers. Chase Young visiting other teams. Is he gone? It looks as though that is going to be the case. George Odom back to the Niners on a 2-year contract extension, and also some free agency grades for San Francisco up to this point on day 2 of NFL free agency. Let's begin with the latest around Chase Young. And yesterday, day 1, San Francisco really busy in targeting the edge rusher market, trying to bulk up their pass rush and be better against the run game with some defensive ends and signing Leonard Floyd, 2-year, $20 million contract, as well as Yetur Gross-Matos, a 2-year, $18 million deal. And when Leonard Floyd and Gross-Matos signed with San Francisco, to me that signaled that Chase Young was going to go elsewhere. He's going to be more expensive. He's going to have suitors. And I think the Niners were a little bit disappointed in his lack of production, but then his lack of effort as well. But because he was a Rookie of the Year, because he is a tantalizing player when he's engaged, trying, and he's only 24 years old, he will have suitors in free agency. And as of right now, he does. Ian Rappaport with this, that pass rusher Chase Young has added a Titans visit to his schedule. Tom Pelissero also reporting he's going to visit the Carolina Panthers as well as the New Orleans Saints. Trade deadline acquisition for San Francisco this past year, and he totaled 7.5 sacks all of 2023 with 7 TFLs. In the Super Bowl, we saw what he can be on a consistent basis if he has consistent effort. Had a sack of Patrick Mahomes, a TFL, as well as a quarterback hit. But sometimes that motor wanes. Sometimes that motor hits cruise control when you need to accelerate. And when an organization is looking at you, at making an investment in you, saying, we might want to give you $15 million, but we see that effort go in and go out, it's a little bit of an issue with the injury history. But when you're as big as Chase Young is, 6'5", 264, good against the run when he wants to be, can bull rush offensive tackles when he wants to, and can be a dominant player when he hits that gear, he's an appealing, polarizing player, man. You look at his numbers from 2023, Commander, 7 games on a lesser team. He has more sacks, 5, than he had with San Francisco in more games, 9, with the better team, playing with Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave, and Eric Armstead. Even though Armstead was hurt at the end of the year, look at what he's done throughout his career. I thought it was pretty telling that the Commanders take him number 2 in 2020, and they did not even exercise his 5th-year option. But what he did as a rookie, 7.5 sacks. Then he hurts his knee in year 2, barely plays in year 3, and then he gets traded in year 4. And the buzz out of our nation's capital, we weren't happy with his effort. He didn't go with the full motor 100% all the time when we needed him to. And I think all of those things combined to the Commanders not exercising that 5th-year option and the Niners electing to move on. And Leonard Floyd is a player who I happen to really like. I think he's going to be cheaper than Chase Young. He has 4 straight years of 9+ sacks, so he's been more consistent. He's a little bit older, but more so than Chase Young, I like Leonard Floyd's energy level, his hustle, his attention to detail, ability to bend the edge, stop the run and set the edge, the athleticism to shake off blocks. He can run down quarterbacks, ball carriers as well, which takes hustle. And I like his durability. He's played 108 straight games. And when you combine all of that with him being cheaper and an NFL analyst and friend of the show, Brian Baldinger, saying Leonard Floyd is much better for this team than Chase Young, I think that's pretty telling right there. But again, not surprised that Young has suitors in free agency. We'll see if a team like the Philadelphia Eagles gets in the mix as well, but they decide to invest in Bryce Huff. They might trade away Josh Sweat, which could then lead to a Hassan Reddick contract extension. Make sure you subscribe to the show because we do it bigger and better than any other YouTube channel out there in my estimation. Hit that sub button right now to join the largest independently run Niners channel right here on YouTube. Niners also making another move here on day 2 of free agency, signing one of their own, extending special teams ace George Odom, 2-year deal up to $10 million. He was a 2020 All-Pro as a special teamer with the Indianapolis Colts. He spent the last 2 years with San Francisco, and San Francisco's special teams unit, which was bad in 2021, has been much better when George Odom has been on the field in 2022 and in 2023. In 2022, led the NFL in special teams tackles. 2023 was leading the NFL in that category before he suffered a torn biceps. Oftentimes, that's an injury that's going to knock somebody out for the remainder of the year. Odom comes back for the playoffs, and once again, special teams unit was a lot better. He is also a pretty solid backup safety who can at least be serviceable. So, one of the best special teamers in the NFL and a backup safety, both of those areas, very important for your football club. Can you grade that signing for me? A, B, C, D, or F, $5 million per, if obviously he plays and can earn that maximum value of $10 million with that contract extension. We'll see if that lowers his cap hit for this upcoming season. Now let's go to the Niners free agency tracker and give you some grades here. These are all of the moves that the Niners have made up to this point. Colton McKivitz, 1-year, $7 million extension. If he's getting paid that money, which 65% of it is guaranteed, to be a swing tackle and backup offensive lineman, I'm okay with it. If he is the Niners' plan to be the starting right tackle, it's a C- or a D. So it all depends on what his usage is. Sam Darnold signs a 1-year, $10 million contract with the Minnesota Vikings. That comes after Brandon Allen returns to the Niners on a 1-year contract. Brandon Allen, realistically, could be the backup for Brock Purdy in 2024 because he's a little bit cheaper, well-respected. Kyle Shanahan likes him, has some experience as a starter in this league, filling in for Joe Burrow. He's completed 57% of his passes, 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 picks. I'll give that move a B-, a C+. I really don't care. We'll see what happens with what the Niners do at backup quarterback. Leonard Floyd, I'm going to go B+ here because the word that comes to mind here is value. You get a very good edge rusher for $10 million per year. If he gives you 10 sacks, that's $1 million per sack. That is a really good value deal for San Francisco. He's durable. He's played in 108 straight games. I mentioned all of that a little bit earlier. All of the ability there. 6'5", 240, good against the run. And I like his effort level. Jawan Jennings, 1-year, 2nd-round tender. So if he comes back to the Niners on that 1-year tender, he'll play at a rate of $4.89 million for 2024. Him as agent Drew Rosenhaus and the Niners can work toward a contract extension if they want. If another team wants to sign him, they have to sign him to a new deal and give San Francisco a 2nd-round pick. I think that price tag is too lofty as far as the draft capital there. So I think Jauan Jennings, 3rd and Jauan, Mr. Clutch, Super Bowl breakout stud, is going to be back with San Francisco in 2024. And then these moves here. Yetur Gross-Matos, 2-year, $18 million. He can play outside. He can play inside. He was a freak at Penn State, really good against the run, racked up a lot of sacks with Penn State. His year-by-year sack numbers in the NFL with Carolina haven't been all that good, but he's 6'5", 265 with 30-inch arms. And those measurables are really, really impressive. And he can be an Arden Key type of player, Charles Omenihu type of player, where he can play on the outside and play on the inside as well with that size there. So look for him to be a little bit of a hybrid defensive end, defensive tackle, sack numbers by year, 2.5, 3.5, 2.5, 4.5. He was named the most improved player on the Panthers defense by Pro Football Focus in 2023 and had a career year this past year with 19 pressures. With Chris Kocurek as the best defensive line coach in the NFL, he can elevate his game. I'll give this move a C+, B-, about in that range. And then George Odom discussed that move a little bit earlier. Special teams is a third of the game. It can win and lose you games. Think about how bad the special teams unit was in 2021 and how bad they were when Odom went out this past year. You have to lock down special teams, and you always want to have value options as a backup safety in this league. So, latest news on the Niners front, contract extension for George Odom, free agency grades right here on the 49ers Report. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that sub button right now. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. James Messina, I liked Gross-Matos during the draft, and that's coming in on Eagles now. Penn Stater, very solid player for sure. I like the measurables, no doubt, and I'm excited to see what his potential could be. Colton Baker, Josh Uche, back to New England, 1-year deal. Kenny Moore getting 3 years, $30 million. That's too rich for the Niners. Thought maybe he could have been a target for the Eagles too, with them moving on from Devante Maddox. But $10 million, that's a lot. Otherworld, $10 million too high for Odom. It's $5 million per, and it's up to $10 million. So one of the big splashes here on day 2 of free agency, this one right here. Kenny Moore, re-signing with the Colts, 3 years, $30. Other free agent nickels still available. Kayshawn Nixon, Arthur Millette, former Niner, K'Wan Williams. Dante Fowler, Adam Peters, former Niners assistant general manager. He's doing some good stuff in the NFC East here. Signing an edge rusher here in Fowler. Solid player. Josh Uche, re-signing with the Patriots, that 1-year deal. As Colton Baker just pointed out, good stuff by you, Colton.
Looking at some of the grades here that some of the Niners fans are giving Odom C+, Matos B+, C+ overall for John Wallace. I say Odom C+ from Jeannie Wyatt because he's injury prone. Overall grade C. So it's a lot of C's. C to B.
Crispy Bacon is yelling at me in all caps in the comment section. Can we talk about the Birds? Have they signed anybody new? Well, they haven't signed anybody new, so nothing to talk about right now.
Nothing new on that
Braden
front.
Mann, 2-year contract extension as a punter. Rick Lovato back.
Just the
Long snapper.
same as it's been. Same as it's been, the moves that they made yesterday.
Yeah, these are the moves right here.
BG,
Landon Dickerson, Bryce Huff, Saquon Barkley, Zach Bond, who is a linebacker but more of a blitzing linebacker, and then Matt Hennessy. That was the move today, Matt Hennessy. And we talked about that on the show. Video's already up. I love it. Flipping the bird.
real one.
Y'all need to stop being crybabies and snowflakes in the chat. Grow some toughness. That's what I'm talking about. Man up. All of you are complaining, being big babies. Grow a set. Flipping the Bird, by the way, told us that he met Brian Dawkins and Tim Tebow over the weekend. Looks as though that's the picture. Flipping the Bird, did you tell him that you got a Philadelphia Eagles signed Brian Dawkins helmet from us on Eagles Now? Dragon said, Flipping the Bird is a real one.
Mr. Laid Back, isn't Hennessy a drink?
It is a drink. We have a bottle of Hennessy, I think.
Some Henny for signing Hennessy?
I think we have some Hennessy in the office. $20 super chat on Eagles Now. We'll get the Hennessy out. We'll get the Hennessy out.
$20. The Hennessy for Hennessy. I like that.
Lore, is there a third-round compensatory pick for Chase Young? I believe that's the case. Yeah.
Kate Angel, can someone tell me if it's true? Is Zach Bond left Saints for Eagles? Yep, Zach Bond yesterday signing with the Eagles.
Yeah, let's run through all the moves again. All the moves for the Eagles here.
We'll start with these.
Brandon Graham, 1-year deal. Landon Dickerson, 4-year, $84 million, $50 million guaranteed. Bryce Huff, 3 years, $51, $34 guaranteed. Saquon Barkley, 3 years, $37.75, $26 guaranteed. Zach Baum, depth piece special teamer, backup, 1 year, $3.5, and then Matt Hennessy, 1-year deal. We'll see what the money is there. NFL edits. Chase, one question. Should we get C.J. Gardner-Johnson or Justin Simmons? I think so.
I expect one of those to happen here.
Yeah, I like both of them.
Oh, one of the guys that you had on your list for top free agents available earlier, A'Shawn Robinson, signing with the Panthers. The Panthers are just spending money.
A lot of money along the trenches here. They go offensive line heavy yesterday, and now they go A'Shawn Robinson, another giant leaving. He gets 3 years, $22.5 million. Kane Angel, Chip, and Chase, thanks. Thank you. Jesus saves. Heyo. Hello. Black Mask, Eagles linebackers and secondary sucked last year. They have not addressed it. That is not false. They have not signed a corner. They have not signed a linebacker. Other than Zach Baun, who really is just an edge rusher. Derrick Henry for $8 million per, I would have signed up for that.
Yeah.
Eagles fans, would you rather have Saquon at $13 million per or Derrick Henry at $8 million per? Millie, literally just mentioned it. Great minds think alike.
Henry.
Pick a safety. That's the poll question on Eagles Now that I'm about to change. 65% C.J. Gardner-Johnson, 35% Justin Simmons.
Saquon. Derek is an old fart. Yeah, once you hit that 30 range, that 30-year-old age in running back years, that's kind of usually the downhill, but Derrick Henry's a freak, so who knows? Who knows? That's Henry's retiring money. We'll see. Only a 2-year deal, so maybe he can get up to 20 million. He can get up to 20 million, so it can be 2 years, up to 10 a year. I'm sure that's incentive based. But Chase was talking about it earlier. We were chopping it up in the office. Like, that's a great fit for them, man.
Great fit. I think he's going to have 20 rushing touchdowns if he's healthy. If Gus Edwards, because how many rushing touchdowns did Gus Edwards have? I'm looking it up right now.
I believe it was 13.
13 rushing touchdowns. He had 13 rushing touchdowns. And 2 years ago, he had 13. He only played 9 games in 2022. But 13, 2, and 13. 28 rushing touchdowns in 3 years. Imagine what Derrick Henry can do.
KT with the 2.
Kayshawn Nixon. 3 years, $18 million back to the Packers. I thought the Niners could have paid that.
KT, I wanted Frankie Louvu. Yeah, signed a pretty decent deal with the Commanders. Solid linebacker. That would have been a great fit for the Eagles.
Mr. Laid Back 808, do you like the Leonard Floyd signing? I just did my grades and I gave it like a B. Yeah. Not bad. Solid.
I want to make a little deal here. I want to make a little deal here for the people.
Let's do it.
I got about half my first Happy Dad left here. Someone sends in a 20 right now. You get to spin the wheel, and I'll chug the rest of my Happy Dad here. We'll give you a little wheel spin. You know what? We'll give you 2 wheel spins.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Eagles signing.
Oh!
Wide receiver.
Oh.
Devante Parker.
Oh.
A big body out of the slot. Adam Schefter with the tweet here. Eagles and former Patriots wide receiver Devante Parker reached agreement on a 1-year, $4.69 million fully guaranteed deal, of which Philadelphia has to pay only $1.2 million, with New England paying the rest.
Interesting.
Quote from Devante Parker's agent Jimmy Gold: Devante is thrilled and grateful to become a Philadelphia Eagle and to help this elite organization win a championship. So there you go. Philadelphia Eagles sign Devante Parker.
Y'all were asking for it for a signing. There we go. There's a receiver. There is a receiver. What are your initial reaction? Initial reaction. Let us know. Initial reaction.
Yeah, let us know. We'll do a video here in just a moment. Eagles signing Devante Parker. I mean, it's basically no money.
Yeah.
You're paying him $1.2 million.
I don't mind it. You're not paying him, so. Kate Angel, never heard of Devante Parker. Was he a first-round pick back in the day? He was a pretty highly touted player.
He was.
Never really worked out for the Dolphins.
He's always showed some potential here. Wow, he's already 31. First round, 14th overall out of Louisville. And he had a 1,200-yard season in 2019 with Miami. Nick Bray said, "No, dude, this guy is sick." I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, that's a little far.
He is one of the worst separators in the NFL. And yeah, his one really good year of production, 2019, when he had 1,200 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. And the following year, so year by year, 494, 744, 670, 309, 1,200, 793, 515, 539, and 394. And nothing has really even come remotely close to what he did back in 2019.
I'm going to do a cut on this?
Yep.
Cool.
So Devante Parker, really in summary, he's a big body.
Look at Cullen. Cullen stepping up. Cullen's a grinder. Oh, I missed this because this came in just as all the craziness was happening.
Jeff Chipper.
My dad.
Jeff Chipper.
I said if we got a 20, we'd do a couple wheel spins and I'd chug my drink. And he said, hold my beer.
Dad.
Wow, I didn't see this right when it came in. That's awesome.
Let's just do Parker and then Tracker after that.
Cool. We'll do this after we hit the Parker stuff. I'll chug and we'll do the wheel spins.
A big body in the slot for the Eagles with Devante Parker here. Nick Bray, let's go, Chase. I have valid points. What were your... Let me see, Nick Bray. You said you brought up my comment. You didn't get to my points. Once again, we didn't pay a lot. If he can catch the ball, unlike Rager or Watkins, then he's fine. What stiffs they are. He has major speed. He does not have major speed.
That's not right.
He is one of the worst separators in the NFL.
My dad said, I'm spending more money than Jerry Jones on free agency.
It's not a lie.
Everyone in here, if you super chatted at all, you spent more money than Jerry Jones so far in free agency.
Devante Parker has been last in separation among all wide receivers the last 4 years.
Yeah, he's not going to separate.
That is difficult to do.
John Wallace with the 20. As I look at other signings, especially the NFC, we've got to get our O-line right so Brock can do what he does, get the ball out. Otherwise, teams are going to feast on our QB championship player. Yeah, I mean, if that's been the main topic of discussion for the Niners so far in free agency is the lack of attention to the offensive line.
Johnny Dubs! Thank you for that, man. Did you read that out? Sorry, I was
I just did.
looking at the separation numbers.
Yeah, he's talking about the O-line again for the Niners.
Yeah,
getting that O-line right.
No doubt. Can I use the bathroom before we do this cut?
Yep.
You could chop it up with the people. All right, I will be right back.
Johnny Dubs. You know what? He's going to go to the bathroom. I'll take down my beer bong right now. Why not? Why not? We got the 20 from my dad, the 20 from Johnny Dubs. I got, this is a little more than half, actually. This is probably like 3/4 full. Gary, how much cap do we have? It's tough to know until tomorrow when all the signings become official, but Chase was saying Eagles had about 44-ish million. Obviously signed Saquon, made a few signings, extended Landon. They're probably, I don't want to give you an incorrect number. But we'll have a better idea tomorrow. They still have enough to go sign one of C.J. Gardner-Johnson or Simmons. There's a toilet bowl again. So this is actually a Mirabonga. It's got a little mermaid on it. I don't know if you can see. Little mermaid. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to Johnny Dubs, John Wallace. I don't remember the last time we've done a 49ers stream and John Wallace hasn't been there. I can't remember. I can't remember. And that's a real one. And that's a real one. All right, here we go. Taking it down, baby. Woo! Oops. Let's get it, baby. So Devante Parker. Very interesting. I would still draft a receiver. Not first round, but... Words, what floor are you guys on? Oh yeah, you see the background behind me. Beautiful skyline of Dallas here. We're up on, above the 20s. Up on the 21st floor here. So we got a great view. It's a great background. It's a real background. It's not a green screen or nothing. It's a real background. He's not wide receiver 3. Ideally, he's not, but as the roster stands right now, he is. But, you know, then again, it's like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, your 1 and 2. Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley are your 3rd and 4th options. So, really, he's going to be more like a 5th option at this moment in time. I love what Colton Baker here says. I want Ricky Pearsall from Florida. He might be my biggest sleeper in this draft. That man is a dog. A dog. Ricky Pearsall from Florida, watch out, man. He had a great season for Florida, had a tremendous pre-draft process, great combine. He's gonna be a guy to watch out for, man, in the slot. He's gonna be a guy to watch out for there in the slot. Yeah, Nick, I mean, acting like Parker has no upside. It's not even that he has crazy upside. There's just not really much of a downside to the move. I mean, you're paying him nothing, so. Chase made him sound horrible. Look, he's not great. The idea of Devante Parker is a lot better than the player Devante Parker. Because he's one of those guys where he's not going to separate, so you'd think he'd be a great contested catch, big body guy. He really doesn't do that very well. He doesn't have great hands. He can play. I mean, he's worthy of a roster spot, but not all that great. Flipping the bird! Flipping the bird 85, the $20 super chat. Hey, Chase and Trizzy and Chip. I told B-Doc I have his signed helmet. He said, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. No, that's awesome that you told him that. That is awesome. And I love that picture. Man, I would love to meet B-Doc one day. I would love to meet B-Doc one day. Debo edits for the Niners. Got to get offensive linemen. Niners fans, let me know, while we're talking about the signing for the Eagles, if you had to pick one offensive lineman, either to sign or to draft, who would it be? Your top option. Why we got FEF, bring Carson home? No one wants Carson Wentz back, man. I think he's your wide receiver 4. Ideally, Parker is not your wide receiver 3, I would think. I would still draft a guy. Parker's a special teamer. I don't know if he really plays special teams. Wide receiver 4 is fine. Even a wide receiver 3, again, as I was saying, he's not your 3rd option, even if he is your 3rd receiver. Is this weird? I'd rather have Keon Coleman over Tyler Boyd. I don't think that's a terrible take. Boyd would be a great slot option. I wouldn't hate it. Now, someone like Coleman, you draft him. He's more of a perimeter player. And obviously not going to cost you as much as it would to sign Tyler Boyd. So if you're trying to save money, when you consider that factor, I think probably Keon Coleman might be a better option. Exactly. Robert put it spot on. Tyler Boyd more expensive, Coleman more upside, but Boyd better right now as well. Colton Baker, I was thinking what? AJ wide receiver 1, Smitty wide receiver 2, Zacchaeus wide receiver 3, Pearsall in the slot. Colton, I'm all the way there with you on Pearsall. I'm all the way there on Pearsall. Gregory, T. Higgins, not going to happen. Too expensive for the Eagles. Can't pay 3 wide receivers big-time money when you're going to have to pay Devontae Smith. Not going to happen. Cyber, would you trade Brandon Ayuk for the best O-lineman in the draft and get another pick also? Only if he asks out. Only if he asks out. I'm not just trading him just to trade him. I'm only trading Ayuk if he asks out. And then, you know what? If you can... The best O-lineman in the draft, probably Joe Alt. You're going to have to trade up. Probably to... the Chargers at 5 would probably consider taking him. I don't know if they'd give up a team like that would give up 5 for Ayuk. Like, if there's a team maybe like the Titans, but because they're also a prime candidate to take a tackle. The thing is, though, like, it's going to cost a lot to get up there to take one of the top 2. There's some depth, though. You don't need to get Alt or Fashanu. Like, there's some other guys. Like Fatanu from Washington. There's other guys. Robert Hunt, but he's gone. That would have been a great option, but he got a ton of money. These interior linemen are getting paid.
Oh, did Flipping the Bird call you Trizzy?
He did.
It's Chase and Chip.
I don't hate it.
It's the Chase and Chip show.
You can see my name, man. Nah, it's all good.
All right, let's talk Devante Parker here. Yeah, I talked to him. Yep. Cool. All right, who's in the building? Who's in the chat? Nick Bray, Brad Wegelin, Kane Angel, Alexander Pearl, FEF, Colton Baker, Millie 315. Words of wisdom. What floor are you guys on? Might be secret information. Now, as you can see with Chip, we're high up. 21st. See that beautiful skyline. Devante Parker. What a hilarious signing, in a way. Yep. Gonna talk to Devante Parker here on Eagles Now. LD Tay saying, good pickup. Good to go. Martian Lynch. Did Nicholas Morrow really sign with the Bills? That's funny if that's the case. All right. Let's talk to Devante Parker to the Eagles live here. Eagles Now free agency day 2. Let's do it. It's day 2 of NFL free agency, and the Philadelphia Eagles have made their second move. Earlier today, they signed backup offensive lineman Matt Hennessy, a Temple University product who is a second-team All-American. And now the Eagles are adding to their receiver core by signing Devante Parker, formerly of the New England Patriots. He was let go a few days ago, and it is going to be a 1-year, $4.69 million deal. It's fully guaranteed. But hold up. Before you start going crazy, the Eagles are barely paying him anything for a player who is no doubt going to be a backup wide receiver for this team. And I have a lot of thoughts about this acquisition here. Adam Schefter breaking the news just moments ago on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon that the Eagles and former Patriots wide receiver Devante Parker reached agreement on a 1-year, $4.69 million fully guaranteed deal, of which, this is the key point here, the Eagles are only paying him $1.2 million, with New England paying the rest. This quote coming from Devante Parker's agent: Devante is thrilled and grateful to become a Philadelphia Eagle and to help this elite organization win a championship. As for my thoughts on this move, stay tuned for that. But first, make sure you continue to tune into everything that we're doing. We put out 4 shows on Eagles Now on Monday. This is our second show up on the channel here on Tuesday. We've been live for a few hours. If you want entertaining, insightful, informative, interactive Eagles content on the daily, year-round, we have you covered right here on Eagles Now. As for my thoughts and why you've seen me rock a little bit of a smile and a smirk here, Parker was a first-round pick out of Louisville by the Miami Dolphins in the 2015 draft. He has solid size, 6'3", 215. He can climb the ladder. He can go up and get it. And the Eagles could use a larger receiving threat who can play X, who can play in the slot, in addition and alongside A.J. Brown and Devante Smith. I'm not even sure if Devante Parker for sure is going to make this football team because this 2024 receiving class is loaded. But what I find funny, and this is pretty hilarious, you have to admit, while Devante Parker is a go up and get it jump ball type of wide receiver with solid size, if you throw him that fade ball on the sideline, he has been dead last according to Next Gen Stats in wide receiver separation in each of the last 4 years. Now, you look at his numbers from 2023 on that awful Patriots offense, but let me read you out these numbers. In 2020, wide receiver separation, 132 out of 132. 2021, 127 out of 127. 2022, 122 out of 122. 2023, 115 out of 115. It's kind of impressive that he's been dead last in separation in 4 consecutive years. So he doesn't have long speed. He doesn't have speed in general. He really is throw it up to him, hope that he can bring down the 50-50, throw him that back shoulder, and you hope for the best. These are his numbers over the last 4 years. And the 2020 season isn't bad. And some of the receptions to yard numbers are not bad because 17.4 yards per catch in 2022 on that bad Patriots offense with subpar quarterback play, not awful. He has one really, really good year of production. And that came in 2019 with the Miami Dolphins when he played 16 games. He started 14 of them. He had 72 catches, 128 targets though, 16.7 yards per catch, and he had 1,200 yards with 9 touchdowns. But he has not come close to that type of production at any other season in his NFL career. The closest coming the following year in 2020 when he had 793 catches. And the separation issues are an issue for him. If he's a depth wide receiver, which is obviously what he's going to be, that's fine. And when you're giving him basically nothing, pretty much vet min money at $1.2 million, you take a chance on a player who in this offense can give you a build and some size that you don't necessarily have from some of the other wideouts. I know A.J. Brown is tall. He's physical, right? But he's also fast. He's also shifty. He's also elusive. He is a very good deep threat, can pull away, and he can separate. So this game, a little bit different. He's like a poor man's Alshon Jeffrey to a certain degree, and he's not even that tall. So grade the signing here. C grade for me. I mean, it's average. You're not paying him anything. A, B, C, D, or F. Those are my thoughts. You let me know down in the comment section here. As for the Eagles' free agency tracker up to this point, it's about 4:15 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Brandon Graham, Eagles legend, 15th season. He's returning 1-year deal. Landon Dickerson gets the highest paid deal ever in the history of football for a guard. 4-year, $84 million deal. It's the $21 million in average annual value. That's setting that record, $50 million guaranteed. The Eagles were said to be hot on Bryce Huff, Josh Huff, Eagles legend who sucked. Bryce Huff, 3 years, $51.1 million, $34 million in guaranteed money. That checks out to about $17 million, coming off 10 sacks, 67 pressures while playing less than 50% of the snaps. An analytical darling. Howie Roseman is a Howie Roseman type of player. Saquon Barkley, 3 years, $37.75 million, $26 million in guaranteed money. Howie Roseman investing in a running back for the first time since LaShawn McCoy. He was not leading football ops when the Eagles signed DeMarco Murray. And you might look at 38 mil, running back. This is coming from the leader of the pack of don't pay running backs big money. But you basically have to look at this as a 2-year deal, $13 million per. Would you rather pay $8 million, $15 million guaranteed for DeAndre Swift, or $26 million guaranteed, $13 million per for Saquon Barkley? I'll take the chance on Saquon Barkley, and I've warmed up to this deal a little bit because the Eagles' offensive line is so much better as compared to the Giants' offensive line, which stinks. It's awful, and it's been bad for a really, really long time. These numbers are pretty crazy. I watched some Saquon Barkley tape on Monday night, and his start to stop quickness, jump cut ability, explosion, power, speed, all still there. He's going to join an offense alongside some really good weapons. Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devante Smith, Dallas Goedert, and the run block win percentage via ESPN. Giants in 2023, 31st, and in 2022, ranked 26th. The Eagles' run block win percentage in 2023 was first, and in 2022, they ranked second. So behind a good offensive line, pass catcher, ball carrier, very good blocker in the pass game. I like the Saquon deal. And then you look at these three other moves. Zach Bond, listed as a linebacker, but pretty much going to be a blitzer and a pass rusher as a backup who could play special teams. 1 year, 3.5. Matt Hennessy, the Pro Football Focus grades, as we talked about a little bit earlier on the show, we have a full breakdown on the channel. Really good when he's been able to stay healthy. Last 2 years, though, has not been able to stay healthy. And then Devante Parker, 1 year, $4.69 million deal, but the Patriots eating a lot of that salary. Make sure you subscribe. We have you covered with the best coverage right here on YouTube. Thanks to everybody for watching. And keep it locked here, because anytime the Eagles make a move, we're going to talk about it. Hey, is Trizzy doing his Saints free agent show? I believe he is, my concho. I believe he is.
What are your grades on the Devante Parker signing? What'd you give it? You give it a C?
C.
Yeah, that's what I'd give it as well.
Yeah.
It's just like, whatever. It's there. They signed him. They're not paying him much. C+, F minus. F minus? What, you didn't pay him $20 million a year? You give him an F? C minus. This tells me that they're not going to be going after any other receivers.
Yeah, they're probably set there.
Probably going to draft a guy, I'd think. They probably like this draft class here. Probably like this draft class here. We had a Kadarius Toney fan in the chat.
I've seen that person spam in the chat. Sign Kadarius Toney. Sign Kadarius Toney.
Moves definitely coming in slower than yesterday. Obviously, still some good players, though. I mean, we're still waiting on Danielle Hunter.
Yep.
Still waiting on guys like...
Yeah, Nicholas Morrow to the Bills.
Really? That's funny. I mean, Danielle Hunter... Calvin Ridley didn't sign, right? Calvin Ridley we're still waiting on. Tyron Smith, Justin Simmons, Chase Young, Josh Reynolds, Jadeveon Clowney, Jeremy Chin, Kyle Duggar. Still a lot of solid players out there, man.
I'm going to record a YouTube short here. Day 2 of NFL free agency, and once again, we're live on Philadelphia Eagles now, and we already put up an entire video on the channel talking about the most recent move for Philadelphia, signing wide receiver Devante Parker to a 1-year contract. Now, it's going to be a $4.89 million deal that's fully guaranteed, but the Eagles are only paying $1.2 million. The New England Patriots, who released Parker the other day, are paying the rest of that salary. He gives you solid size at 6'3", 215, but what's funny, he's literally been dead last in wide receiver separation in each of the last 4 years, 2020, 2021, 2022, and in 2023. He has had some solid production throughout his NFL career, but not since 2019. Best year, unquestionably, when he had 72 catches for 1,200 yards. Little behind the scenes look at sometimes how we give you that short form content. Niner faithful, Patrick Surtain will be coming to the Niners. That would be a splash. Black mask, that's funny. Sounds like a good yak guy listening to Chase. Yeah, no.
Jeremy P., I'd love to see Calvin Ridley on the Niners.
Calvin Ridley, that would really stack up your wide receiver core. But if Gabe Davis got the Christian Kirk deal, what could Calvin Ridley get? Somewhere in that neighborhood, right? You would have to imagine.
Yeah, I mean, if they're getting 13, I'd maybe 15, 16 for Calvin Ridley. I think he's still a good player. He was a little inconsistent last year. He would either have games, he'd go like 100 yards on 8 catches and a touchdown, or he'd have like 2 catches, 12 yards. He was very, very up and down. Ridley staying with the Jags? I don't know. The Jags signed, who is the receiver the Jags signed? I can go back and take a look here.
The Jags?
Yeah,
they signed Gabe Davis.
Oh, right. Yeah. So they're not going to bring back Ridley. They signed Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley should go to the Ravens. I mean, hey, if they let OBJ, doesn't seem like he's going to come back, that could be an interesting option. Mike Honcho, do we address DT in the draft?
I think so. I think that could be the pick at number 31, honestly. I think Niners could go defensive tackle at 31.
Could you imagine if some other Niners were able to snag one of T'Vondre Sweat, Byron Young, one of these talented interior guys that are...
Yeah, McKinley Jackson out of Texas A&M.
Is Devante Parker a good blocker? Maybe they got him for shot read plays where he has a possibility of blocking.
Not really.
Yeah, not that I was aware of. He's kind of...
but he's going to have to block in this offense. Nick Sirianni is very adamant about his wide receivers blocking. He's going to have to block.
Dave, OBJ wants to sign with the Rams or the Chargers to be closer to Kim K.
That's funny.
Oh, man. Wouldn't that be funny if he ends up signing with one of them? Back to the Rams? That'd be cool for him. But I feel like they're pretty set at receiver. They got Kupp. They got Nakua. They did lose Van Jefferson, I think, but... O-lineman at 30. It seems the consensus for Niners fans here. O-lineman or D-lineman at 31.
Yeah.
Got to address D-tackle, though. I mean, you got Hargrave.
Wide receiver wouldn't shock me either, depending on what their plans are with Ayuk.
Could be interesting. It's a talented receiver class. Seems like every year it's always a talented receiver class, at least deep.
Of late, yeah, and that's why I wonder if teams are going to change their strategy of paying wide receivers when they know, let's draft a guy in the first round, we'll have him for 5 years after we exercise that 5th-year option, and then because the wide receiver class is loaded every single year, let them go, if they want 25 to 30 million, and then we'll just draft another wide receiver again. Like, look at what the Vikings have done. Let go Stephon Diggs, draft Justin Jefferson. And do they let Jefferson go knowing that Jordan Addison just had a great rookie year?
Yeah. But even then, they let Thielen walk and got Addison.
Let Thielen walk, and they get Addison.
Tay, nobody thinks Quez is better than Parker. That's a battle of mid right there, man. I'll tell you that. Quez at least offers you more explosiveness, but if you can't catch the ball, then who really cares?
A note on Calvin Ridley. Some people have been talking about him in the chat. Jags are increasingly hopeful they will re-sign Calvin Ridley and withstand heavy interest from the Patriots. No final decision yet from Ridley, but multiple factors give the Jags the edge right now. And then Cameron Wolf, who covers the Dolphins, said, as I noted in my report, if Calvin Ridley re-signs with the Jags before the start of the league year, 4 p.m. tomorrow, Jacksonville sends the Falcons a second-round pick via a trade. If Ridley leaves or re-signs, Atlanta gets a third. Jags likely wait 24-plus hours before finalizing any Ridley deal. So interesting stuff right there.
Maybe the reason he's waiting is because he just wants to go back.
Yeah.
And just waiting so they don't have to up that pick. Yeah, Nick, that is a good point. You know, they did give him a chance after his whole gambling incident. It's got to mean something as a player to know the team took a chance on you. Zagatos, now that Al-Shaair is gone, how real is Bobby Wagner to the Niners? I like it.
I've been talking about it. I would like Bobby Wagner. He's a little bit of a liability in coverage, but Nick Sorensen knows him, and he still gives you 100-plus tackles every single year. He's a smart, intelligent, physical player who can lay the boom, and I would like that for cheap because he's not going to spend or cost that much money. And obviously San Francisco doesn't have a lot of money to spend. Good run stopper, as Black Mask said. I'm all in. I also just like the player and how he plays. One of the best linebackers of all time. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
King Brio, did we get Justin Simmons? Not as of this moment. Spilled Milk, you're right. We have not even signed a safety yet.
My boy Rick Torres, the king of sending me funny things on Instagram. He said, 49ers, offensive line only at pick number 31. Offensive line, and defensive tackle is what I mean by that, and wide receiver. I think the three positions that are in play for the Niners at that draft slot are those. Do you think Quan Alexander, Brian Baker, is an option to return to the Niners? I do. He's coming off a torn Achilles, though. And then you have Dre Greenlaw and Quan Alexander coming off a torn Achilles. 49ers signing. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Browns defensive tackle Jordan Elliott.
Okay.
On a 2-year, $10 million contract. So the 49ers make their most recent addition.
There's the D tackle y'all were asking
There's
for.
the defensive tackle.
Niner fans, there's a move, baby. Black Mask, what's the stats on him? Get you those. You know he got you covered, Black Mask. Woo. Those grades, not great.
No. Yeah, we'll take a look here. Also, breaking news. Deebo Samuel has officially announced his number switch from number 19 to number 1.
Whoa.
He wore the number 1 at South Carolina, and I think he's going to put Deebo Samuel Sr. on the back because his son's name is also his actual name, which is Taekwon? Tyshawn. His brother is Taekwon, I think.
Jordan Elliott. 2-year, $10 million deal.
I wonder if this signals that DJ Jones and those dreams are dashed. Yeah, not good grades here. 3rd round pick, 88th overall out of Mizzou in 2020. He is 26 years old, 6'4", 203. 231 pass rush snaps, 207 run defense snaps, and 12 total pressures in 2024, or 2023, excuse me. And in 2024, he's going to bring Pro Football Focus grades from the previous season of 46.6 overall, run defense grade of 45.6, pass rush grade of 62.3.
So here it is, official details. 10-year. That'd be insane. 2-year, 10 mil.
Jordan Elliott.
It seems every time we start talking about where's the next signing, what position, we're always calling it. Niner fans were clamoring for a DT.
I know. That's why you subscribe. That's why you watch.
There you go.
We speak things into existence.
Steven, I'm guessing they think Kosera can make him better.
Yes, of course.
I mean, it's always, when you have a good coach like that, it's always the idea. I'm sure they see some things they like in his game. Black Mask, I'm 5'10", 220, I can play.
Little linebacker for Black Mask. We've seen the muscle. We've seen the muscle on Black Mask. All right, making this a cut.
Black Mask, he's 6'4", 303, not 203. Yeah.
Or is Black Mask talking about his size?
I think Black Mask thought that you said he was 6'4", 203 as a DT. He's 6'4", 303.
6'4", 303. 6'4", 303, 26 years old, went to Mizzou, drafted in 2020, 3rd round pick, 88th overall.
We going to do just this, or we just did tracker?
Yeah. Yeah, let's just do this.
About to get into a cut. We'll talk about Jordan Elliott. Dive into all the stats, everything. I know a lot of y'all are asking right now. We're about to get into it all. You know, that's what we do here.
No biggie.
Initial reaction. We gave you a little snapshot of him as a player. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the signing. He's a DB? No, he's a DT. D tackle. Eric, I'm going to let his play determine if it's a good signing or not. There you go. I like that. I like that. Change of scenery, going to a new system, new coaches. It can always change the way the players play. They can become totally different players with better coaching, better culture.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Third round pick, I mean, that's decent draft pedigree.
Yeah, not bad draft pedigree for Jordan Elliott. Just looking at some more information here. Possible replacement for Eric Armstead. It's not what you love to see.
No. Definitely not. Did you guys see Josh Sweat say goodbye on Twitter? Yeah, we did a video about that earlier today on Eagles.
Yes, discussed that earlier. All right, let's talk Jordan Elliott. He graded out as Pro Football Focus's 167th best defensive tackle. Let me know whenever you're ready.
Yep.
If you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Oh, I was just stretching. 276 likes. We are 8 cents away from $300 in Super Chats. $8 away from $300 in Super Chats. Grade the signing to Colin Harold Gillenwater, F. Black Mask, D. Yeah, and then I guess another tracker on the back end, updated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on, let me make sure.
Carlos Ortega gets us past 300.
There we go.
Cheers, Carlos. 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 Cheers, man. And let's do this. While Chip gets the graphics ready, let's give you another shambong on the show. Another shambong. Thanks for supporting the program. Here's words of wisdom with the comedy here. He said, Chase, I haven't been this underwhelmed since my mail order bride arrived from Taiwan back when I was 12.
Wait, what did he say? Oh my God.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
And meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys have done nothing.
Not a thing. Hey, the Niners have made 7 moves.
Which continues to be incredible.
Yeah, that's just insane. I think they re-signed, didn't they re-sign their long snapper or something like that?
Jonathan Himes, $2 super chat on Eagles. Go Birds. Thanks for the content, guys.
Of course. All right.
That's going to put Jack in a mental scramble. All right. Let's talk Jordan Elliott here. A new addition to the Niners roster. By the time I'm done talking about this in about 10 minutes, we better be to 300 likes on the 49ers report. We're at 287 right now.
I'm cracking my next beer open if we are.
Better be to 300. And then on Eagles now, we're at 211, 108 in supers. Niners report, 300 in supers.
I'll say this. If we can get to 300 likes on Niners, and we can get another, let's say if we can get another 50 in total on Eagles, another $50 in super chats total on Eagles by the time we're done this cut, I'm chugging, I'm beer bogging my next beer, going down the hatch. Got to happen by the time we're done this cut, about 10 minutes, so.
Cool. All right, Jordan Elliott to the Niners. Let's discuss it. More breaking news here on the San Francisco 49ers report, a defensive tackle depth piece. Is this going to be the Eric Armstead replacement if he is indeed released by the Niners? Jordan Elliott going to sign with San Francisco on a 2-year, $10 million contract. A lot of thoughts on this coming up, but first, this is why he subscribed to the channel. Yesterday on Monday, we put out a bunch of shows talking about every single move that the Niners have made. We were live for 8+ hours. We're live right now on the 49ers Report, putting out multiple videos once again. And when the Niners make a move, anytime, year-round, we dissect it, we discuss it. So make sure you join the movement, hop on board, and hit that sub button right now. Ian Rappaport breaking the news just a little while ago that the Niners are adding to their defensive line, and this is a position group for San Francisco that's a little bit depleted. They lost Javon Kinlaw, expected to release Eric Armstead once the new league year begins on Wednesday. Kevin Givens, Sebastian Joseph Day, also free agents. And you think about Elliott here, 2 years, $10 million, $5 million per. His agents confirming that news. If you look at the Pro Football Focus numbers, he certainly struggled a little bit. He had 15 tackles and 13 pressures last year, graded out as PFF's 167th best defensive tackle. He does have a lot of experience, though. He's a 4-year veteran. He has started 31 of 34 regular season games for what has been historically a very good Cleveland Browns defensive line, and overall a very good Cleveland Browns defense. And in his last 4 years, as he started a lot of those games, in 2020, 16 games, 15 tackles, 0 TFLs, no sacks, no pass breakups. 2021, been a durable player, of course, 16 games played, 26 tackles, 0 TFLs, a half sack, and a pass breakup. 2022 has a career year in 17 games, 36 tackles, 5 TFLs, 2 sacks, and 2 pass breakups. And then this past year in 2023, there's 21 tackles, 3 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, and 0 pass breakups. And those PFF grades, overall grade of 46.6 during the 2023 campaign, a run defense grade of 45.6, a pass rush grade which isn't bad at 62.3. Does have some pedigree to his name. Younger, 26 years old, obviously a lot cheaper than Arik Armstead, and we had a feeling that if the Niners were going to release Arik Armstead, huge cap hit, massive base salary in 2024, and he doesn't want to take that pay cut, they were going to go cheaper, opposite of Javon Hargrave, and then invest at defensive end. They've done that. Leonard Floyd, 2 years, $20 million. Yetur Gross-Matos, 2 years, $18 million. And going cheaper at defensive tackle includes a depth option like Jordan Elliott. He is not the most fleetest of foot. He is not going to beat you with a lot of quickness. He could beat you at the bull rush, though. And when he was at Mizzou playing his college football, he's 6'4", 303. He was a third-round pick, 88th overall, so the testing numbers were pretty good. At Mizzou, the production was pretty good, and the PFF numbers are always a little bit different compared to other statistical databases because they don't count half sacks, they just count them as full sacks. So let's run through these numbers here. Run defense snaps, 207. Pass rush snaps, 231. He had 14 solo tackles, 5 assists, 0 forced fumbles, 11 stops, those 3 sacks, 9 hurries, and then 12 total pressures. So every database is going to be a little bit different when they tally quarterback hits, hurries, as well as sacks. But this is a reinforcement to the interior of our defensive line when you understand that you might lose Arik Armstead and you already lost Javon Kinlaw, Sebastian Joseph Day, other players hitting the market for free agency. He's going to be a backup for this team, and he's a backup who's played a lot. And we'll see what he's able to do with this Niners team here, which is looking for players who can stuff against the run, get after the quarterback at good value here. That's what it comes down to. So grade the signing here. A, B, C, D, or F. Let us know what you're thinking down in the comments section. We always want to hear from the faithful. As for all of the moves that the Niners have made up to this point, of course, it's an updated list. Colton McKivitz, 1 year, $7 million extension. By the way, Fred Warner, contract extension, is going to free up somewhere in the neighborhood of about $10 million because his base salary is basically going to be the vet min. Brandon Allen, 1 year deal with Sam Darnold, signing that 1 year contract with Minnesota. He might end up being your quarterback too, where San Francisco then drafts a quarterback. Joe Milton. I'm a Joe Milton stan with that arm strength. He can throw the ball like 80, 90 yards. No joke. Leonard Floyd, the big ticket free agent signing so far for the Niners. 2 years, $12 million guaranteed. Jawan Jennings getting that restricted free agent tag. It's a second-year tender, or second-round tender, I should say, $4.89 million. So if the Niners don't come to an agreement on a contract extension with Jennings, he'll play at that number. If another team wants to sign him, they have to give him a new contract and then forfeit a second-round pick to San Francisco. Yetur Gross-Matos, 2 years, $18 million. Think Cleveland Ferrell. Think Charles Omenihu. Think Arden Key. A guy who's like 6'5", 250, could play the edge and could play defensive tackle, who was named by Pro Football Focus as the most improved player on that Panthers defense in 2023. Second-round pick, awful organization that he's played for. Now he goes to a great organization that prioritizes and has a track record of developing defensive linemen, and he could be a breakout player. And think about him as investing in a stock. You want to get in there early when the price is low in hopes that that stock is going to skyrocket, and that would be a good bang for your buck, low investment, high reward type of signing for San Francisco. George Odom, 2-year contract extension. Up to $10 million for one of the best special teamers in the National Football League. And then this one just coming across. Jordan Elliott, 2-year, $10 million deal. $5 million is a lot to an average person. Shit, I would love to have $5 million in the bank. NFL standards, it's not all that much money. It is solid backup defensive tackle money, and it's going to help absorb losing Eric Armstead. What has been your favorite signing so far? Drop us some names in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe. We've been live. We've been pushing out a bunch of shows. Our content has been stellar. Our analysis, top notch. And we appreciate you for being a part of the ride here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. Oh, Brad! $50 super chat. Got a pop smoke for the day. Thanks for the content. Was hoping for the news on safety. Either Simmons or CJ Gardner-Johnson or whoever. Watch, though, will probably happen minutes after I leave. May have BW on the Eagles helmet. Please and thanks. Of course, my boy Brad. When did that come in?
That came in during the cut. During the cut. So I said if we got to 300 likes on Niners and we got $50 in total on Eagles during the cut, I would do a beer bong. And what do you know? Brad took it upon himself. Took it upon himself to get that 50. And you know the Niner faithful. You know the Niner faithful surpassed 300 likes.
So Chip's going to drink another 50. I'll do another shotgun, man. I'm not scared. Brad Dub. That super chat's a dub.
Wow, some more breaking news here. Eagles fans aren't going to love it. Jeremy Chin signing with the Commanders. So Jeremy Chin off the table.
Wow.
Jeremy Chin off the table, signing a 1-year up to $5.1 million deal with the Commanders. The Commanders are making moves out here.
Making some serious moves. And not serious as far as like big splashes, but just solid moves.
Let's see. I don't think we got to these that came in on Niners.
Let's
Carlos
get to
Ortega with $1.
Carlos Ortega. That's a set. That got us past 300.
Yep.
And then Mac Data. Looks like we're signing depth. Man, what the hell are we doing?
Signing depth.
Exactly what's happening.
Just that. Guys, needs to be done.
Black Mask. Jordan Elliott, nice. Pickup from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Yeah. A lot of people not too familiar with this game.
Chase, I don't know if you saw that. I think you might have been gone when we got this super chat earlier. I wanted to make sure you saw this from Flipping the Bird. I'm not
Flipping
sure if you
the
saw
bird.
this. Oh, we saw
He
this.
said, "Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus." That is classic, Brian Dawkins, by the way.
And I don't think we popped this one on screen. You read it, but I don't think we popped this one on screen from Jonathan. I want to make sure we saw this.
Jonathan Himes, thanks for the cut. Go Birds. Thank you for being here, Brody. YGM is an underrated unit.
YGM?
YGM? Or are you saying your general manager?
Yeah, or maybe saying yes, GM? Who's GM?
$50 super chat from Brad. I'm going to give you another Shambong.
He means Gross-Matos. Yetur Gross-Matos, YGM.
Chip, you're always on it, man.
Well, I won't take credit. Earth Rocker there.
Earth Rocker
there was the one who... Or Earth Rocker is the one who said it. Steven Ramirez was the one who...
Black Mass knew it too. Steven Ramirez on it. Black Mass, come on, guys. Dude, so many comments. So many things going through my mind with little sleep.
YGM, he's new around here, you know. I'm sure in a few months, you know, we'll say YGM. We'll know who that is.
Yeah.
Like that. Destin J, why didn't we get Chin? Couldn't tell you.
His numbers have not been good, but the Eagles obviously liked him coming out of the draft.
Sort of a hybrid guy. He could play some nickel linebacker in a pinch if he needed. David Marcella, F. Trizzy. Mike Tucker, I guess our first free agent signing was our splash for the Niners. Yeah, I mean, Gross-Matos, Leonard Floyd, those are two players that are going to play a lot. Jordan Elliott's going to get in there and play. Jordan Elliott's going to get in there and play. He's not just a nobody, you know. He's going to get some rotational minutes.
Yeah, so that's confirmed. Deebo Samuel's changing his jersey. And it's going to go from Samuel on the back to Samuel Sr. and number 1 on the back. The Niners just announced that.
Steven Ramirez is feeling the Niners are going to make a splash trade.
Who said that, Steven?
Yeah. Who are they trading? Or who are they trading for? Jordan Elliott, 68 overall, Madden rating run stopper. I wouldn't go based off that. He is not strong, 82 strength. I don't know how well Madden does of depicting some of these players.
Wait, I thought this was a joke from somebody in the chat. But it's actually for real. Robert F. Kennedy has recently approached Aaron Rodgers and Jesse Ventura about serving as his running mate on an independent presidential ticket, and both have welcomed the overtures.
I saw that too from Animationtronic. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, that's
What?
gotta be a joke. That's insane. What is going on? Could you imagine? That's never going to happen. Just a quick reference, yeah, 49, I get it, yeah. Just a reference, get a quick overview of a player, but he's definitely an interior guy. He's 303. He wouldn't play on the end, even in a 4-3 scheme. Jacob Martin, Michael Onwenu already re-signed with the Pats, but seriously, let's get Xavier Howard already. He's cooked. He's a washed product. Aaron Rodgers retires for his political career. Jets stay in QB purgatory. That'd be insane. That'd be some Jet stuff right there. That'd be some Jet stuff right there. I can't even imagine Aaron Rodgers as our vice president. Laura, could the Niners trade for Josh Sweat? Certainly could. There was a report this morning that the Eagles were like imminently going to be trading Josh Sweat. It hasn't happened yet, but Josh Sweat did post sort of a goodbye in the comment sections on Instagram said like it was great or something along those lines. Gonna miss y'all to Eagles fans. Did you see Cullen's message?
No.
I'm not sure what it's about, but weren't they also shopping Reddick? Yeah, Sweat and Reddick. One of the two is going to be traded at some point. Sounds like it's going to be Sweat, but Reddick is certainly available.
You know it's bad when our boy Cullen, who's been grinding behind the scenes, is making thumbnails, and there's not even a photo of Jordan Elliott to use.
Oh my goodness. What is James Palmer alluding to on X?
James Palmer.
The last tweet I saw was him just retweeting that the Vikings officially signed Aaron Jones.
Let's see.
Unless you're seeing a fake account.
He reported earlier today that the Eagles were in on safeties. Eagles hoping to sign secondary help.
Why are the Eagles moving on from Reddick and Sweat? Well, Reddick wants to get paid. And Sweat's in the last year of his deal, so.
I'm wondering if they trade Josh Sweat, and he said his goodbyes on X today. Are they going to give Hassan Reddick a contract extension, and then you have three edges, Reddick, Smith, and Bryce Huff? I wouldn't hate that rotation with Brandon Graham as your other backup.
That'd be nice if they're willing to meet whatever he's asking for right now.
James Palmer replied to an Albert Breer
I didn't check
report.
his replies.
Okay, let me check his replies now. Let me check his replies.
Oh, interesting.
Is he beefing?
No. It's Albert Breer said the offseason doesn't end after day one of free agency. And James Palmer replied and said Howie Roseman co-sign. People speculating there might be another big move coming up.
Oh, wow.
Does he know something we don't?
Big move coming.
Does he know something we do not? Jeannie Wyatt, did we sign anyone at all? Just signed Jordan Elliott if you missed it. 2-year, $10 million deal, defensive tackle. Madden King, we need to call Danielle Hunter. Very surprised he's still sitting out there. Who is Jordan Elliott? Well, there's going to be a video going up, but defensive tackle from the Browns, former third-round pick. Just some depth. Just some depth for the Niners. Oh, I got to do my beer bong.
Got to do your beer bong.
Do my beer bong. Apologies to Brad, who I think left, but
I did a shambong for him. Should I do another shotgun? Y for yes, N for no.
I want to spin the wheel again. I want to spin the wheel again.
$10 super chat will spin the wheel.
It's been too long.
$25 super chat on either channel here, and I'll do another shotty.
Is this not Jordan's real picture?
No, it is. Why?
No, black mask. He means for this is Jordan Elliott. Chase was talking about for like thumbnail picture.
Yeah, our boy Cullen. He's like, there's like no photos of him by himself.
Yeah, this is his headshot. But yeah, there's like no good photos of him out there to use. Just his headshot. Also gotta love Lamar Jackson trolling Tiki Barber. What did Lamar say about Tiki Barber?
Oh, it was so great.
I didn't see
He
this.
said, Patrick Queen, you're dead to me.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, awesome.
Lamar's awesome. That's good stuff.
Did we sign Raymond Johnson from the Giants? From Lore? I didn't see that.
Not seen anything on him.
Brandon Graham officially signed his deal. 15th year is official.
Yeah, cool, Reigns. The Cowboys had one signing, a long snapper. That's funny. Kevin, I'm bummed about Chase Young. I was expecting a lot, and he just let us down. I mean, he showed up in the biggest of moments, but yeah, just not quite. I'm surprised, man. I thought after that rookie year, he was going to be so good. So good. Hunter's asking for $30 million a year. That's why he hasn't signed yet. He's not going to get
Danielle Hunter? Hell no,
Come on,
man. Hell no.
If that's true, then yeah, no surprise he hasn't signed yet. He's not getting 30 a year. Y'all see Marcus Mariota to the Commanders. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he just got to be their backup. Going to be interesting, though. Do they move on from Sam Howell? We were talking about this earlier, too. You know, they got Mariota in there. I don't think Mariota would have signed to be a third string unless he wanted to be in Washington. Hunter might go to the Texans. Certainly a possibility. They did lose Jonathan Greenard. Yeah, Snead, L'Jarius Snead isn't really a realistic option. You're going to have to trade for him, and it's going to cost a lot. Yeah, 30 mil, no chance for
I'm old Greg! $5 super chat. Do you actually think they will go after another end after Floyd and Matos? I'm old Greg! The real ones know the old Greg video. It is just... What do they call that in the Louvre? Is that how you pronounce it?
The what? The Louvre?
Is that what it is?
I think it's the Louvre.
The Louvre? But it's spelled Louvre, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much for my education.
I think it's the Louvre.
I'm old Greg!
Am I right on that? I'm pretty sure.
The Louvre?
Let me know.
No R-E at the end? Somebody help us out.
It's spelled with an R-E at the end, but I'm pretty sure it's just the Louvre.
Do you actually think they'll go after another end after Floyd and Matos? I do not think so. If they do, it's a cheaper option. Keep in mind, you still have Drake Jackson, former second-round pick. They're hoping from something from him.
Let's see. Miguel, do we show this one from Miguel? I don't think so. You guys putting that work in the last 2 days. Thanks for what you do and keeping it entertaining. Go Birds! And then this just coming in from David Marcella.
Marcella! Drink LFG. Trizzy is dead to me. You guys are doing a great job, obviously. Yeah, I don't know if Trizzy's over here.
I don't know.
I didn't hear anything.
He might be on Maine.
I didn't hear anything. Jason K said, yeah, it's pronounced Louvre. So put old Greg in the Louvre. Josie Jewell to the Panthers.
Wow, Panthers are just balling out.
Yeah. Josie Jewell to the Panthers. Wait, did this switch from blue or from black to blue when we go two screen?
It does, yeah.
That's crazy. Wait, so then you go full screen and it's me on black again?
Yeah.
That's wild. I'm old Greg.
All right, time to get this down, baby. Oh, we had a wheel spin, too, for David Marcella.
Yes, wheel spin for David Marcella.
Let's do that real quick.
James Messina said, Chase, time to drink. I just did the Shambong, but I'll do a shotgun. Are we near a milestone? We're at 315 in Super Chats on Niners. We're at 178 on Eagles. So once we get to 200, I'll do a shotgun. That's a good deal.
Spin the wheel. Oh.
Shambong!
There we go.
All right. James Messina, the drinking god, said, F Chase, listen to James.
Oh, we do owe Miguel a spin as well. He also sent in the 10.
Cool, spin that piece again.
Of course. Sorry about that, Miguel.
Miguel! Ah. Smelling salts. Let's give Miguel, since we got to him late, smelling salts and ask us anything. Just ask us anything in the chat.
Brian Burns got 150 mil, 5 years. No wonder Hunter wants 30 mil. He's not quite. Brian Burns is like, if Brian Burns is here, I think Hunter is probably just here. I don't think it's a big gap.
Salty trade for Matthew Judon. Awesome player, coming off an injury. Patriots run a 3-4, though.
He's more of a stand-up guy than
Yeah.
a hand-in-the-dirt type of guy.
Ask us anything.
Animatronic.
Animation-tronic.
So he's been in both chats,
Yeah,
by the
he's
way.
been in both chats, by the way, and he's got the tweet note he's on.
Yeah.
Because he's just reporting all the signings. I love it.
Is this true? Yeah, it is true from Schefter. Brandon Powell returning to the
Powell.
Vikings.
Ask us anything. Was Patrick Queen signed? Yes, he was. Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think was the biggest miss in free agency for both teams from Miguel? For the Eagles and Niners, biggest free agency miss? Not trading for Brian Burns for the Niners? I guess maybe not signing Xavier McKinney?
Got a lot of money, though.
Yeah, 17 mil for a safety. That's pricey.
Just announced Jordan Elliott being awarded number 19 jersey.
Good stuff. Any good linebackers left? Yeah, Devin White. Because Josie Jewell just signed with the Panthers.
I mean, going back, I'll take a look at the little list you had of top guys, like all positions. Daniil Hunter, Calvin Ridley probably going back to the Jags, Patrick Queen signed, Tyron Smith still available, Justin Simmons, obviously Chase Young, Josh Reynolds, Jadeveon Clowney, Jeremy Chin signed, Kyle Duggar still available, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, DJ Reader, DJ
Willie
Wan.
Gay, Mr. Rudy Poo. That's a
Ooh.
great one.
Willie Gay,
Earth Rocker, is Poyer still available? Yes, he is.
and Hyde, both still out there, right?
And Tyson, we're kind of answering your question with the top free agents left. Daniil Hunter is obviously number one.
Yep. OBJ still out there, Isaiah Wynn, Bud Dupree.
Genie Wyatt doesn't like the Elliott signing. F.
F. Out goes Eric Armstead, in comes Jordan Elliott. Wouldn't mind Devin White. If Devin White is a little more consistent, he's... My thing with Devin White is he has all the physical talent in the world, but sometimes just isn't 100% of the way there in terms of the mental aspects, taking bad angles and a little bit of, I don't want to say he has character issues, but certainly dealt with his contract situation with the Bucs not in the best of ways.
David Lombardi making this point on Elliott, that he wasn't graded well on Pro Football Focus, but he was 6th among NFL leaders in ESPN's run-stop win rate. Derek Brown, Dalvin Tomlinson, Grover Stewart, Harrison Phillips, Ed Oliver, and then Elliott.
All right. That was a problem for the Niners.
It was.
Down the stretch especially, was stopping the run.
So that's not bad. Thomas Heath, I'm at work watching you guys. Thanks, Thomas.
Tyson, who do we sign so far for the Niners?
We can run through it.
We can show you.
Move so far for the Niners. Colton McKivitz, 1 year, $7 million extension. Brandon Allen, 1 year deal. Backup quarterback. Leonard Floyd, 2 years, 20. Jauan Jennings, 1 year deal. Yetur Gross-Matos, 2 years, 18. George Odom, 2 years up to 10. And then Jordan Elliott, 2 years, 10.
All right, let me take this down. Here we go.
Here we go. Animation said rumor Bills expected to sign Nicholas Morrow. They already did, according to reports. Some people calling for a Patrick Surtain trade.
Woo!
All right. I'm going to do a YouTube short, and I'm about to piss myself. So I'm going to use the bathroom before I do that. And I will be back in just a couple of minutes. We're at 315 in Super Chats on Niners, 178 on Eagles. What are those numbers going to be when I come back? Producer Chip has brand new lighting, a view of the Dallas skyline right behind him, and I'll see you here in a second.
Woo! What a chug. What a chug. Every super chat that comes in while Chase is gone, any amount. I'm cracking this next Happy Dad and I'm drinking. Any amount. Any amount. And we'll spin the wheel for $10 super chats as well while he's gone. While he's gone. What's been your favorite signing so far? Let's chop it up. Ask me anything. Ask me anything you want right now in the chat. Surtain too rich for our blood, John Wallace. Yep, Surtain is one of the top corners in the league. Gonna cost a pretty penny. Hosea Jones, how much cap space do we have left? Eagles signed Saquon, extended Landon. We'll have official numbers tomorrow once the start of the new league year starts. So, but they're probably sitting around, say around maybe a little over $10 million. What do you think the next move is for Philly? It's signing a safety, 100%. I'd bet that they sign either C.J. Gardner-Johnson or Justin Simmons. One of the two. What's with the 2-year contracts the Niners are giving for Muhammad? Is it a short-term plan? You know, they're probably eyeing, you know, opening up cap space in those 2 years. And, you know, some of these lower guys you don't want to commit to for too long anyways. Tiers, from Strawberry, this makes sense as well. Tiers is when Purdy's rookie deal is up. You're always planning ahead. And this is what the great organizations do, and it's why the Niners are such a great organization. You're always planning ahead. You're always looking ahead. They know they're going to have to pay Purdy, so just do what you can to keep that money open. Do what you can to keep that money open. Hosea Jones, thoughts on all the signings so far for the Eagles? We just ran through the Niners signings. We can run through the Eagles signings right now. So Brandon Graham obviously coming back for another year. Landon Dickerson got that mega extension, biggest extension ever for a guard in the history of the NFL. Bryce Huff, 3 years, 51. Saquon, 3 years, 73, or 37. 3 years, 73 is insane. I like all these moves. You know, Brandon Graham, love getting him back for one more year, sort of that farewell tour. Landon Dickerson, one of the best guards in the league. Just no doubts about it. Love locking him up long term. Bryce Huff, very underrated player. In limited playing time, only played about 50% of the snaps for the Jets last year. Was very, very good. Still very young. Not an expensive deal. I love the Saquon move. You paid a lot for him. Could it come back to bite you if he's not healthy? Absolutely. There's a risk to it. There's a risk to it. But good teams take risks, and he could be a true game changer. You know, Niners fans know the impact Christian McCaffrey had when they traded for him. They know the impact he had. McCaffrey came in, run game, pass game, had a major impact. The Niners fans can tell you how big of an impact he had. I think Saquon, if he's healthy, can have that type of impact. I really do, and that's why I like that move. That's why I like that move. Also, a few more signings for the Eagles that happened as well. Zach Bond, 1 year, $3.5 million deal. He's going to be a depth piece on the edge. Not expecting much from Zach Bond, I'm going to be honest. He wasn't very good with the Saints. He's just depth. Matt Hennessy, 1 year deal. He had a decent year with the Falcons in 2021. Missed a lot of the last 2 years with some injuries, but solid depth along the offensive line, can fill in spots if you have injuries. I don't think he's a starter, but can fill in when needed to. Pretty decent run blocker, not as much pass blocking, but a decent run blocker. Devante Parker signed him to the 1 year, $4.6 million deal. The Eagles are only going to be paying about $1.2 million of that. The Patriots are going to pay the rest, so kind of a no risk, just sign another receiver, get another body in there. I don't expect him to be on the field much. But those are the moves for the Eagles. As a whole, I'd give the Eagles a B, maybe a B+. I'd still like to see them sign a safety. I think that's a big need they still need to fill. And I'd like to see them sign a linebacker as well, a true linebacker, because Zach Bond's more of an edge rusher. So I'd give them a B because there's still some needs that I'd like to see filled. Still some needs I'd like to see filled. Gump Wolf! Crack it and drink up, Gump Wolf. I got you. I got you, Gump Wolf. Every super chat that comes in until Chase comes back, I'm drinking. Every super chat of any amount. And Gump Wolf's staying in the 10, so we're going to spin the wheel for you as well, Gump Wolf. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So let's spin the wheel for Gump Wolf, huh? Let's spin the wheel for Gump Wolf. Here we go. Here we go. A shambong. Let me know, do you want me to take the shambong or do we wait for Chase and make him take it? Let me know right now. I'll do whatever y'all want. Do y'all want me to take the shambong or do we save it for Chase when he gets back? You know what? I'll leave it up to Gump Wolf. Because it was Gump Wolf's 10. It was his wheel spin. I'll leave it up to Gump Wolf. You can see Gump Wolf can take some advice from the people in the chat. But we'll leave it up to Gump Wolf. Do you want me to take it right now or do you want to wait for Chase? He should be back momentarily and have him take it. Eagles fans want Chase to take it. Niners fans want me to take it. We both take it. Gump Wolf wants me to take it. All right. I will take that. I'll take the shambong. Whoa, Millie, pause. Yo, hold on. Pause, Millie. Pause, Millie. Hold on. Hold on. All right, so what is your favorite signing been so far? Oh, wait, make Chase do it? Okay, yeah. I'll make Chase do it. Gotcha. I'll make Chase do it. I'll give you a cheers. I'll give you another cheers. We're going to make Chase do it when he gets back. Gotcha, Gump Wolf. Ezekiel, no more Band-Aid signings. Niners need to trade Bosa for an absolute haul. Niners fans, what do you think of that? I'm not trading Bosa. That's insane. That's insane. Colton the Beast.
What's going on, dog?
What up?
You need anything?
We're all good. We're all good right now. Appreciate you, man. That was Cullen. Cullen has been killing it for us today. Cullen has been killing it for us today on the ones and twos, behind the scenes, helping us get these cuts out. Reed Barkus. What up, Reed? Check my comment. Remember when everyone said CMC was fragile in Carolina? As soon as he got by a decent line, he's been the best running back in the league. Imagine Saquads. I like that. Running behind the number one O-line in the league. Saquon's been behind a terrible O-line his whole career. Terrible. Behind this Eagles O-line, he's going to do great things. Going to do great things. That's well said, Reed. Sean Kendricks, trade Bosa if it means we get Chris Jones. Well, Chris Jones just signed a mega deal.
He's scared now.
Coop!
Sure.
Coop, you want to make a deal with the people?
Sure. What do you want me to do?
I mean, whatever you want,
What do
man.
you want, dude? You tell me, boss.
Let's see. We're about $22 away from 200 on Eagles. If someone gets us there in the next 2 minutes, you want to do some drinking?
Yeah, I'll drink.
All right. You want to do what, like a beer bong, a shotgun?
Yeah, I'll go grab some drinking tools.
All right, we got Coop. We got producer Coop here. We're $22 away from $200 on Eagles. If we get there in the next 2 minutes, Coop's gonna come on here and do a beer bong. Also, Chase.
Yes.
So Gump Wolf Sent in a 10.
Oh, thank you, Gump Wolf.
I told Gump Wolf, well, I said before he sent it in, any 10s will spin the wheel. We spun the wheel, we got Shambong. I said, you want me to take it? You want Chase to take it? He wanted you to take it.
Gump Wolf, I got you, my man. I'll do that. Let me post this YouTube short here talking about the Niners signing of Jordan Elliott. I was dead. I was multiple NFL insiders have linked the Eagles to a Justin Fields trade. That's weird.
That's very weird. Jalen Mills, former Eagle, is a Giant now.
He's a Giant.
Wow.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was talking to Colin out there. I was like, Tank! It's like, you're taking that name from Jack. He said, yeah, he couldn't look me out. He couldn't look me in the eyes when he walked into the bullpen.
Dude, I love Colin.
It, man. I love it.
I love Colin. The countdown is on. We're 30 seconds into the 2-minute timer. If someone sends in a 20 in the next minute and a half, we're getting producer Coop to do a beer bong here on the stream. Producer Coop has been on the Giants stream, by the way. He does Giants. He was on the Giants stream yesterday when they let Saquon go, and let's just say he was not a fan. He was defending the Giants, hating on Saquon. I want him to drink because he was hating on Saquon for leaving and talking nasty stuff on Saquon. We cannot let that fly. We cannot let that fly.
Can't let it fly, man. That's just what it comes down to. You can't let it fly.
You know what? And if someone on Niners wants to send in a 50, me and Coop will both do a beer bong.
Gump Wolf, I got you, my man.
Clock's ticking. Clock's ticking.
T. Owens, $10 super chat for you as well. Time to drink.
T. Owens.
Is it time for me to drink? Do I owe a drink?
They haven't gotten there yet.
That's crazy.
Well, we're getting it on Niners. We got to get to 200 on Eagles.
Got to get a 200 on Eagles. We're 22 away.
This is for Gump Wolf.
Jordan Elliott?
Yeah, Jordan Elliott.
Signing? Former
Jordan
Texas
Elliott.
Longhorn legend?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No.
transferred to Mizzou.
Oh, I was going to say, he went to Mizzou, yeah. Didn't know he went to UT as well.
Jalen Mills to the Giants.
All right, Coop, come on over.
All right.
Is Jalen Mills going to dye his hair blue?
Everybody type Coop in the chat. Type Coop in the chat.
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
And go Birds.
I can't say go Birds.
I told him that you were
He's a
defending
Cowboy
Saquon.
fan, so both streams will hate him.
Yeah, that's true. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Dragon, James, Ryan, Honcho, Marks, SG Sports Talk Channel, Tyson. I'll type in Coop. AFX Apocalypse, I missed you. Chase Sr., I missed you. AFX Apocalypse, great job, Coop.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Terry Laren, $10 super chat. He needs to drink for the loss of Barkley. He just gave that to you.
I told him that you were on Giants and defending Saquon, so
Terry
they all got a little mad.
is a first time super chatter. I love how people are saying, Jalen Mills, he's dead to me.
I love it, dude. It's going to be a new thing.
Sean Kendricks did not type Coop, but he typed poop. According to Jeff McClain, Bracehuff signing suggests Josh Sweat is more expendable than Hassan Reddick. Eagles are trying to trade both, and if they can't move the former, I wouldn't be surprised if he was released.
What?
Wouldn't be surprised if Josh Sweat was released.
Wow.
Patrick Queen's deal, 3 years, $41 million, by the way. $13.84 million. That's his total money for 2024, fully guaranteed. 13.3 In 2026, 13.83 in 2025. Has roster bonuses. A year-to-year deal for him. Multiple NFL insiders linking the Eagles to Justin Fields. Interesting. James Palmer tweeted this. Maybe this is what people are talking about. Interesting nugget from Move the Sticks on NFL Network. If the price drops dramatically, would the Eagles be interested in Justin Fields as a dynamic, athletic backup to Jalen Hurts? They need a backup.
Wow.
Rich Eisen, give me a team that might be willing to send a third-day draft pick now. Albert Breer, Eagles.
They got game. He is a
First time Super Chatter Waffle Crusher saying Chase. What up, Waffle?
You know what I think, Chase?
Huh.
I think Terry Laren, they got game, both sending 10s, both first-timers. Let's spin the wheel for him.
Spin the wheel for him for sure.
Both first-timers, both sending 10.
As Charles Barkley would say, hey man, why don't you just spin that wheel? Because you spin the wheel, you donate to the show, and we appreciate you.
Let's see, Terry. This is for Terry Laren. I hope I'm saying that right.
Touchdown dance?
Nice.
What should we do?
You could gritty.
Gritty?
Hey!
There's a touchdown dance.
They got game.
They got game.
Crispy Bacon, he was getting 30 for sure.
Another shambong.
Shambong.
Goodness gracious. Millie Rock Chase. I don't even know how to Millie Rock. Call me white if you want to.
Oh, Black Mass said you should have done the Icky Woods. The Icky Shuffle.
What's that?
You know the Icky Shuffle?
Nah.
That's, oh, dang. It's like the,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Chug, 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 chug. Yeah, y'all have made Chase do a lot of shambongs.
Millie 315 Truffle Shuffle. It's better than truffle butter.
Steven, is this live? This is live.
This is live. We're live. Day 2 of NFL free agency.
We are live.
James Messina, y'all won't be able to walk soon enough. I still got to get my run in after work here. Junior Villa.
Where's Trace Gerard? Do y'all
No
want me to
idea.
get Trace over here?
I have no idea where he is.
I could see if Trace wants to get a little action going on. Let me see if he's busy. If he's not busy, we could get a deal going here. We could do a little race if he's not busy, but I gotta see because we had a lot going on here at Chat Sports. You know, he's kind of helping all over the place right now, being a absolute tank. I heard Coop loves that truffle butter.
He did tell me that one time. No, I'm just kidding. Who said that?
I think Millie. Yeah,
Millie 315. Trizzy wearing the paper bag, the Aints.
AFX, what about Patrick Seaman? I think he is Gumple. Make Chip take the shambong this time. I can take the next shambong if that's what the people want.
Yeah, we got 2 shambongs here. Let's see here.
Sean Kendrick says, Kool-Aid McKinstry at 31 a reach.
No, that's actually, he might be the best corner in this draft class, according to some. I know some people say Terrion Arnold, some people say Quinion Mitchell, Nate Wiggins, but Kool-Aid McKinstry is right up there, in my opinion.
Black Mask, where's the whiskey and vodka? I'll take a shot of vodka for, you know what? If we can get to 200 in the next 2 minutes on Eagles, I'll go take a shot of vodka. But we got to get there in the next 2 minutes. We're $12 away on Eagles.
$12 away. Come on now.
Someone sends in a $12 or more super chat in the next 2 minutes. Clock is starting. I'll take a shot of vodka. We got to get there in the next 2 minutes. T. Owens.
T. O. 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 Debo in a third for Derek Brown. Attack the offensive line and wide receiver in the draft. Debo just stays hurt. I get that he's been a little bit injured. Devante David to the Bucks. He stays there, 1-year deal. Here's the thing. The Niners just announced on their team social media accounts that Debo's changing his number to 1. I don't think he's getting dealt.
No.
I don't think he's getting dealt. That would be a bad look.
Wow, Devante David staying big time.
Yep.
Big linebacker target off the board there, Devante David. Back to the Bucks.
Nick Hughes!
There it is.
Just because y'all asked nicely, he is a first-time Super Chatter. Nick.
Yes, sir. That gets us to 198.9. That's virtually 200.
There he is.
Oh, man.
Trace. And now, a 6-foot guard from the University of Arkansas, Trace Gerard. Here he is. $10 super chat, and we'll do an announcement for you just like that for the next 2 minutes. And we'll spin the wheel for you.
Oh, I was
Reed
just going to make a
said
deal
Trizzy.
with the people.
Oh, hell yeah.
The people were asking for you.
Are you muted?
No.
Mute you? Okay, myself.
That's awesome. Little do you know, he has gummies in his book bag.
Hey, I want to make a deal. I want to make a deal with the Pocket Aces and the Trizzy. Chase, Chip, and Trizzy. Chrizzy. I want to make a deal here. If we can get a $20 super chat, I'm going to go grab a beer bong and I'm going to put one down like it's going down, baby. Let's make this thing happen. Let's get this thing off the rails, babe.
Let's go. $20 for a Trizzy
Oh,
beer
yeah.
bong. $20 for a Trizzy beer bong. Pretty good.
Did you go live today? I did. How to? Oh, not on. Oh, okay. Yeah, Brett said you crushed it yesterday. Steven Sierra, $10 super chat.
Let me know if y'all get that suit.
We'll
Could
do.
you bring me a shot glass and some vodka?
And now, a 49ers Report viewer. He goes by SS Steven Sierra! Bruce Buffer, look out. Bruce Buffer, look
seat?
out.
Bruce Buffer, hot seat?
He said, let's go, Mike Tyson. Nick Hughes, I'm waiting on my vodka shot.
He's bringing it. He's bringing it. He's bringing
James Messina, bro, asked for ASMR. Hello, James. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles now. Day 2 of NFL free agency. Thank you for being here and watching the show. We appreciate you. There's your ASMR. We are live! Millie315.
Hey, $20 and Trace is doing a beer bong, man.
Let's go.
50 and I'll race him. 20, he's doing it himself. 50, I'll race him. And I'm beating him for sure.
Crispy Bacon said I'm falling asleep. Shut up.
ASMR.
Shut up, Crispy Bacon.
Devante David, as we said, back with the Bucks. 1 year up to 10 mil.
Carter said, yay, my ASMR. Carter, here's your ASMR. Thank you for watching the show.
Nick Hughes, not only did he send the 10 to get us to 200 and for me to take the shot, he was also a first-timer who sent in a 10, so I think we should spin the wheel there.
Yeah, let's spin the wheel. Jordan plays. Me too. He's falling asleep. Twig said, Chase, your takes are trash, buddy. You're trash, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Freestyle! Oh, that comes at a good time.
It's for Nick Hughes.
We didn't have vodka, we had tequila.
Oh, God.
It's
Come
silver.
on.
It's so clear, so you know. There you go.
Oh.
So freestyle for
I'll let
spin
you
the
know if you
wheel.
get it.
Triggs is in the chat, and he's calling me trash. Here on Eagles Now, we always have a bash. Twigs is just a hater. My man, you're just ass. There's the freestyle. And then David Guanson said, Chase, do your Charles Barkley San Antonio impression.
I love this.
This is Charles Barkley talking about San Antonio women is hilarious. Hey, man, those San Antonio women, I got 2 words for you when it come down to eating them churros. I'm fool.
That's awesome.
Reed, I'm in the car, Chip. Can I Venmo you 20 for the Trizzy beer bong?
Yeah?
You can
Why
Venmo
not?
me and I'll
Yeah,
keep it.
Venmo. Is it easier if he sends it to you or to me?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Send it to me and I got you.
Hey, man, we got Twigs in the chat. I call him a fraud just like my boy Ben Simmons.
Who was this for again? This was for Nick. Nick, we didn't have any vodka. We have something even worse. Tequila.
JT Conlon, take a deuce out of the window on live. That would be you, Chip, not me.
I'm all right, I think. I'm going to pass on that one. If someone sends in a $500... Oh! I'm not even putting that out there in the world.
I will pay you to never whisper into the mic again from T.O. 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 You kind of sound like Kermit Mahomes. As I said yesterday, Charles Barkley is like, that big old girls at San Antonio, they're a handful. Patrick Mahomes is, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm really happy that we brought back Chris Jones. Andy Reid is a legend, offensive guru. It's more like gravelly Kermit the Frog.
God, I hate tequila, dude. Oh my God.
Tequila stinks. No, I actually like tequila. But tequila right now stinks.
I like tequila. I don't like straight tequila. I should have put it that way. I don't like straight tequila. Did I get the Venmo? I did. $20 from Reed for a Trizzy beer bong. I'll let him know.
Yeah, we'll get Trizzy in here again. Is Howie Roseman finna make a big move today? That's the chatter among a lot of NFL executives here. We're $2 away from 200 on Eagles now. If we get the 400 on the Niners report, I'll shotgun. We're at 362 right now. And then we'll probably sign off a little bit after that.
Did you go over the Devante Parker signing?
Yes.
You did?
Video's up on the channel.
Junior, except Fireball. Fireball is the only thing I refuse to drink. Like, I will have tequila, whatever, I'll have other stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like bad memories from high school, but I simply cannot do Fireball. I don't really love the cinnamon, not gonna lie. Not the biggest fan. Not the biggest fan. Gumpolf, yeah, Chris Jones re-signed with the Chiefs. Massive deal. Yeah, Junior. I'm with you, man.
Fireball. See, we're a Fireball company, not a sponsor, but should be. First of all, I never feel good. No. I feel like I'm drinking synthetic whiskey because it pretty much is that. And I don't like the burning sensation. Just not good.
They got game. I'll throw another 10 if you drink right now of your choice. I got a beer here.
All right.
I'll give you a little chug. I'll give you a 5-second chug if you send a 10. I'll give you a 5-second chug if you send a 10.
Oh, wow. Dalton Reisner just tweeted this out. Just in case anybody was wondering, I've started 73 games over 5 years in the league, missing only 4 games due to injury, earning the starting spot among 3 different coaching staffs. I've never asked for a bag, simply just a starting guard contract. Nice. Props.
Dennis Zion's Chip, there's a new profile pic for you. If you changed it, it hasn't updated yet. JT, oh my God.
Dalton Reisner to the Niners?
Oh, Simone Biles' husband, Jonathan Owens, signed a deal with the Bears.
What position does he play?
He's a DB for the Packers.
Okay.
4 years with the Texans, last year with the Packers. Signed with the Bears. Simone Biles' husband. Yeah, JT. Come on, man. That's good stuff, JT. Day 2, no one really got signed. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, still plenty of time for these guys to get signed. The new league year doesn't officially start till tomorrow anyway. They got game. How do I pay? Didn't you send in a super chat earlier? Just same way you did before, that rectangular box with the money sign in between it.
Carol Hosey, home from work. Anything happened since Parker? Nope, that's it. Some chatter about a Justin Fields trade for the Eagles as a backup. Hashtag quarterback factory. And some people are theorizing that Howie Roseman's going to make another big move. We'll see. Nick Hughes! Hats off, guys. Happily entertained. That's what we're here to do. Inform, entertain, be insightful, give you some good football talk and analysis. That's really just the goal. Day in, day out. 362 in supers on the Niners report. If we get to 400, I'm shotgunning. We already got the 200 on Eagles. Now I'll give you another shambong here. Is Trey supposed to do his beer bong?
I messaged him. He might. I could go get him.
I'm sure he's doing something right now, but he'll see it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Carol, home from work, anything happened since Parker? Nope, that's the last signing the Eagles made.
Millie 315, Chase and Chip are the homies. For real, much love, y'all. Salute my dog. Salute my dog.
Niners signed a guy from the CFL? Or are you saying that's are you making fun of Jordan Elliott?
Jordan Elliott. They got game! $20 super chat. 18 away from 400.
They got game. I told you if you said it, I thought you said it at 10, I'll give you a 5-second. I'll give you a little chug here.
They got game. Thanks for that, man.
Oh, so a chug there for you. And $20, that's a wheel spin for They Got Game. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Free agency winners. What?
20 jumping jacks.
20 jumping jacks. All right. Who's going to fill Armstead? Well, they signed Jordan Elliott. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Whoa.
Signed Jordan Elliott. He'll be a backup depth piece. 6th in ESPN's run stop win rate. Not a highly graded player per Pro Football Focus. Durable player, though. 31 of 34 starts over the last 3 years and was a third-round pick out of Mizzou in the 2020 draft. Junior. What is his profile picture? Let's see.
Dennis, I got to laugh out of your face when you drank that nasty tequila shot. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I can't do tequila, man. Oh, man.
Here's Trace. Junior Vila, what is your profile picture? Look at this, Chip. What is that?
I gotta get up and see this.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's getting after from behind there.
What in the world? Is that you?
I think it is.
Did you make that?
No idea what that is.
What is going on here? Junior, what's going on here, man?
That's good stuff.
Look
No
at this
idea.
dude.
Here's
Look at
Trace.
this dude.
Look at this guy.
Debo Samuel.
Debo.
Debo.
Debo Samuel.
A Debo beer bong fills in store.
Debo. 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 Debo.
Cheers.
Trace. 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 Trace.
Woo!
Control-Alt-deleted that beer.
Yeah, that foam looks gross.
Yeah, disgusting.
Black Mask with the 10. 6 away from 400. 6 away from 400. They got game. You can add your comments here, and these mofos will read it. It's time. The better buffer. I hope Tyson kicks the crap out of Paul. That's here in Dallas. I kind of want to go watch it. It's time! Who does the end now? That's Bruce Buffer too, right? Or does he just go, it's time?
It's Bruce. I don't know.
It's time!
David Marcello said you're dead to me, Trizzy. He gave you a little kiss. He gave you a little kiss, David.
6 away from 400. Six away from 400.
Jacob Martin. Chase, you said you couldn't see Floyd as DN2 next to Bosa. Who do you see as DN2?
Well, I couldn't see him as DN2 if they didn't make another move. And they signed Yetur Gross-Matos, who think Charles Omenihu, Arden Key, Cleveland Ferrell, who can play end and defensive tackle. So I think those two players now are going to be in the rotation, as well as Drake Jackson. Those are your 4 DNs right there. And then you go, obviously, a little bit cheaper at defensive tackle if you move on from Eric Armstead officially, which will probably happen tomorrow. And you sign Jordan Elliott. Draft defensive tackle at 31. I think that's seriously in play. They got game. Man, you guys are legit. I watch you every day. Keep doing what you're doing. They got game. They got game. They got game. Thanks, homie. 6 away from 400. 400 on Eagles, 200 on Niners. LFG, as Tom Brady would once say.
Yeah, Junior said he photoshopped his face onto that picture.
Cool range, Chase. I think you should sing a song about A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown. Deep ball from Jalen Hurts goes downtown. When he scores a touchdown, he doesn't frown. Powder on your nose in Las Vegas, and I'll call you a clown. There you go, Cool Reigns. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. They got game.
Yes,
Gets us over 400. That's going to be another shotgun.
I'll cheers to that. They got game. Been very active today.
They got game. Very active. Very active.
Love that, man. Appreciate that.
Black Mass. Chase, did you say Cleveland Ferrell? He's gone, bro. I know that. I'm talking about the role, Black Mask, of playing defensive tackle, defensive end. Arden Key, Charles Omenihu, Cleveland Ferrell. All of them played end and defensive tackle. So Gross-Matos can do the same. They got game. Cool Rain said that was good, mate. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Junior, who will the Eagles draft? Hopefully a corner in the first round.
It would be the first time since Lito Shepherd.
Hopefully my man Nate Wiggins. I'm biased, but maybe his injury will push him down just enough. The Eagles aren't worried about it.
Cheers.
Chug, 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 chug. Easy. Deleted.
As Trace says, Control, Alt, Delete.
Chip, any NFL moves? Since this Jonathan Owens signing, we got Dan Skipper re-signing with the Lions.
Yeah.
It's very slow right now. Very
Very slow.
Billy, why'd the Eagles not sign a safety yet? Market just hasn't seemed to have been there yet. I think these guys probably aren't getting the money that they're looking for. There's also a lot of safeties available, so there's no need for teams to be in a rush. That's why I think what Kevin Byard did was so smart. He signed his deal early so that he was able to get the money he wanted and didn't get kind of screwed over by all the other guys signing, possibly for less money. B-side, appreciate it. Appreciate it, B-side. Charles, is Snead coming to Philly? No. Junior, this is a vibe, Junior. Currently grilling up some food, knocking back some drinks while watching.
Hell yeah.
That's a vibe, man.
That's a good time right there.
We got a Giants fan in the Eagles chat. saying Saquon sucks.
Imagine being a Philly fan. Imagine spelling it Philli, like a cop.
That's a cop.
You weren't saying that about Saquon when he was playing for the Giants.
For real. That's funny. Waffle crusher like a cop. People are talking in the Niners shed about the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, let's make that the new poll on both.
Who you got? Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? It's just, dude, Jake Paul will do whatever he can for a bag.
Dude, but he's a good fighter.
He is. But he tends to always fight guys like this. It's like, dude, Mike Tyson's how old now? Like, come on.
Have you seen him hit a bag lately, though?
I have not.
Bro, it's insane.
Is he going to knock out Jake Paul?
He could. He really could.
I mean, it is Mike Tyson. I don't mean to be disrespectful towards Mike Tyson.
All right, I'm changing the polls. Who you got? Mike Tyson,
I
Jake
wouldn't last
Paul.
5 seconds with Mike Tyson. I probably wouldn't last 5 seconds with Jake Paul, but Chip, would you want a punch from Tyson? I mean, I would need to get paid for it. I would need to get paid for it. Give me I would take one punch from Mike Tyson for $500,000. $500,000 and I'll take one punch from Mike Tyson.
Dude, look at the power that he still has. Let me just find this clip. It's got to be somewhere.
You know what? He's got to give me $500,000 and pay for any possible medical bills that I might need. We had a new move here. Raekwon Davis going from the Dolphins to the Colts. 2 years, $14 million deal for the D lineman. Another interior D lineman off the board there, going to Indianapolis. Lord, Chip, are you guys going to stream tomorrow? Should we? Do y'all want to stream tomorrow?
Should we stream live tomorrow? Why for yes and for no?
Why if you guys said for no? If y'all want to stream tomorrow, we can stream tomorrow.
Dog, look at this.
Oh.
Dude, he is a beast.
I need a mill. I need a mill. The price is up.
Oh, dude.
I need a mill.
He would put you in the hospital.
I need a mill.
He'd put you in the hospital.
I need a mill. Forget $500,000. I need a mill.
All right, the people are saying go live
A
tomorrow.
lot of whys for yes.
People are saying go live.
We'll hang out tomorrow.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you'd think based off that, Tyson is going to knock out Jake, but there's something sketchy about some of his fights, man. I feel like sometimes these guys that he's fighting just get paid to lose.
Yeah. Muhammad, I think we're on.
I think we're on
Getting
tomorrow.
a lot of yeses.
It's a date. It's a date. Stone Cold!
Stone Cold, there he is! I should just change my username to hashtag It's Only Money. That's awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers. That's epic. Stone Cold.
Eagles trading Josh Sweat to the Chargers. Gary, who do you think you are, man? Just breaking fake news.
Thought that was for real for a second.
The way I said it probably made it seem real.
Yeah.
It's fake news from Gary.
Raekwon Davis, 2 years, $14 million with the Colts. Yeah, fights in July. Black Mask has that right. Oh, it's magic. All right. I think we can sign off, right? I think we're in a safe spot.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be live tomorrow. Run it back day 3. for day 3 of NFL free agency. But tomorrow is the first official day of the new league year. That's when these deals become official. Players can still back out of these deals. There could be some drama. Eric Armstead release could become official. Howie Roseman could be lurking. Another good day. Black Mask going to the Niners game in Tampa this year. Nice. All right. For everybody watching today, thank you for being here. For Chip, I'm Chase. If another move happens, we will talk about it right here on the channel. That's why you subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Turn on those notifications. Therefore, when we go live, when we publish a video, you'll be notified. Talk to you soon. Peace.